right, it looks like we are live. Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, peeps and peopleettes, elite ninjas and kunoichis. Yo, my people, it is time. We have finally gotten to the minute, which I told you guys. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you guys as an adult, your life will go by just like that. And when I said, listen, that April was a perfect time for the Nintendo Switch 2, the weather's getting warm, the people are out there, you know what I'm saying? It's getting ready for spring. This is the time, not in cold winter, people, cold, all you East Coast popsicles out there, all of you cold Eskimos out there, we need to do it in springtime, baby. Springtime, I told you guys, and once again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was right. So the fact that we have the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, that's going down tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I will be live in. I'm gonna try to just go to sleep as soon as I'm done with this stream. I'm actually just gonna rest and relax and just like lie down and just. I'm gonna get a little bit of like thumbnail work and all that done, like lie down and relax. But yeah, it's gonna be lit. Justin with the $5.
This is going to be huge. I can feel it in my bones.
Justin, my man, my boy, my dude, my elite one of the Hokage roundtables. My man, I can feel it in my bones. Nintendo is seeing red. They're seeing blood. They see that. Wait a minute, hold up. We took a whole year off, and this is the state of everything? Yeah. I already know Nintendo's like, oh no, we're about to blow the doors down. We're about to blow the doors down with games, Justin. I can feel it, man. This is the most time Nintendo's ever had to cook. This is the most time that they've ever had to cook from one system to another, and from games, like having games ready. They've never been able to cook this long. This is the longest they've ever been able to. I'm super excited. Justin, thank you for the $5 dono. You are now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Let's get some combo breaks for this man. Yes, sir. Let's go. So it's going to be good. Let's get into the shout-outs. Yo, Heather10. Thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. Shout-outs to the Fire Nation. Big love to Mega Lee, Silk Reese. Dior's always here. Just love the thumbnail. Figure drawing. 90s Arcade. Says it's going to be wild tomorrow. 3D Mario about to look like that. We'll see. Party Man. I know Party Man Kart's ready. Party Man's ready. Nady Nay with the $2 dono says it's about to feel like 1985 again. You know what the funniest thing is? I follow somebody on Twitter. I think Jeremy. He does like an Xbox play. He's more like an Xbox PlayStation PC guy. And like it was so funny. Like he was like, oh yeah, hopefully Nintendo's they finally made it to the 80s. Hopefully the system has voice chat. You know. And the funniest thing is like he's cool. Like he's a great reviewer and all that. But the funniest thing is like this is the reason why people don't understand why Nintendo's doing so well. Because nobody gives a damn about voice chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. It'd be cool. It'd be in there. But people are excited to see games. He's talking about, let's see technology and voice chat. Like, whereas most people are like, yo, like actual gamers who like playing games are like, yo, let's see the games. That's everything that's wrong with Microsoft and Sony and PC is graphics. And what about the games? Before, it used to be a balance of that. Like with the Xbox 360 and the PS3 and kind of the PS4, but it seems like it's been so off to the point to where everyone's talking about everything else but the actual games, and we've had a drought. We've had a drought of good games. You know, we've had a drought of good titles to come out. Like, it's interesting. It's interesting for sure. So it's gonna be hype, man. It's gonna be hype, dude. I am ready. Nady Day, I am ready. I am ready. But that's what people don't understand, man. And like, it's the same reason why people said that the Nintendo Switch wasn't gonna sell well. Was because of graphics, and they ended up being wrong. And it's like, oh wow, they had a crap ton of games. That's what's important, man. Don't get me wrong. You need graphics. You need, you need all that. That stuff's great, but you also need games. Chris Shine up with the $2 says ditching Spawn Wave to hang here with the ditching Spawn Wave to hang with the homies here. Hey, shout outs to Spawn Wave. I know he's got like his he's doing like the Click R3 or something like that, or I'm not sure what podcast he's doing, but yeah, shout outs to Spawn Wave. Either one. But I appreciate you coming through and watching. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Yo, the cool guys just love the thumbnail. Yes, sir. Let's go. Chalice DJ, 9 on the combo board. Guys, we are comboing it up today. Let's roll. We got to get the hype going. Shout outs to Heather. Says drop the sub on YouTube as well. Check it out through your Twitch channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go, Heather. Game Vibe with the 13 months of Elite Ninja Pledge. Thank you so much. Bead Queen. What up, Bead Queen? Chalice DJ as well with the 40 months. Hey, yo. Let's go. Going on 2 years. Let's go this year. King Cagney, Natty Nay, Sky Guys Quest. What's up, Natty Nay? Appreciate the $2, man. Jeffrey Tucker, Baby Pierce, General Zamora, Psycho Pie says, don't diss my goat Winter. Jash Plays, Caitlin and Justin with the 14 months of Ambu. You mean gaming system needs games? I know. No, they talk about 1980s tech and voice chat. That's what we're excited about here, boys and girls. Shout outs to Krista Strider Dog. Thank you for the dono. Also, deported son with the $5. OJ, we are so proud of your comeback after losing your helicopter company job. Your helicopter company job. I know. Seriously, man, the helicopter company. And I did everything at that job, too. I did everything, damn it. Big love to Deported Sicilian. Thank you so much, Deported Sicilian. I appreciate you. Thank you for the big dono. We're just going to put... thank you for the big 5. Justin and Deported Sicilian tied up at the top of the board. Anybody that's $5 or more, you can tie up or pass up Deported Sicilian and Justin. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big $5. And here comes J2 Blue this year. Let's go.
Let's freaking Geo. Only moments away from the direct.
J2 Blue, what can we say? The beast is here to play. We representing all day. Let's go, J2 Blue. Thank you for the $10 dono, man. I appreciate that. Hey yo, guys, get to give some big love to J2 Blue, the beast. Guys, give him some love. We out here. Let's go, J2. And yes, it is time. It is time, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. It is time. It is time. Thank you for the JoJo boys as well. Let's go. Shout out to Deported Sicilian. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate the big $5. Also, J2 becoming the Hokage Stream Ninja. And with this 10 or more, you beat up my man J2 on the board. Hey, yo, let's go. I think I didn't count that, though. So we're at 24. We're already at that first 15-minute extension. Let's keep it rolling.
Overclock Buster!
Dawn of the final day, player essence. Yo, let's go. Cool guy, Pro Joe. What up, Pro Joe? Lucas T. Do you think Nintendo will reveal games in the are in the Treehouse at the Direct? You think Nintendo will reveal what games are in the Treehouse at the Direct? Okay, you are confused. What Treehouse and the Direct is. That's why I'm here to help you. The Treehouse goes over all the stuff that they announced in the Direct. So the Direct is first. Okay, so that's tomorrow morning. They'll talk about so every game that we see in the Direct, we're probably gonna see in the Treehouse, all the main games, the big games. So if it's like Mario or if it's like Zelda or whatever, you know, the big first party games, those are all the games that you're gonna see at the Treehouse. They don't have to reveal which ones are gonna be there. Trust me, you'll know. You'll know when you see them. Trust me on that one. So don't worry about it. Let's one step at a time. Take one step, then take the next step. Don't worry about what's at the Treehouse. Let's get the Nintendo Direct first. All right, you tripping over yourself. You see what I'm saying, my man? You tripping over yourself. All right, let's see here. GS with the $20 dono. It says the time has finally come. It's been almost 3,000 years. It's been 84 years. I know, seriously, Brad. Yo, GS, it's good to see you back. Welcome, GS, to the spot, baby. We ain't talking about GameSpot or GameStop. Let's go. Much better than both of them. Let's go. Shout outs to GS. 44 on the board. 44s. We on photos. We rolling.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. 30 minutes extension. Next up, one combo. We've got a 45-minute extension. Let's go. Shout outs. And also, GS, you are now the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anybody does 1999 or more, you can beat up my man. GS, if you've already supported, you know the deal. Subtract the difference. Let's go. Steam Deck Lex with the $1. So shout out Sports for the nice haircut. I got this haircut for a while ago. So I got this a few, I think I got this a couple weeks ago, but thank you. I appreciate that. Steam Deck Rex with the dollar says, shout outs players, nice haircut. For the record, I was in the chat in Phil's live stream when he banned OJ because he told Phil to stop being a little bleep and laboring his audience for the tips at the point to where time Phil swiftly banned him. I think I said something along the lines of stop playing the victim. I said something like that. You're playing the victim, and he banned me for that. But I mean, who cares? Like, I feel like I'm dumber every single time I go to his stream, so I stopped going. Like, his stream was trash anyway. I just went there to laugh at him, not with him. So it's all good. Shout outs to GS, thank you so much for the 20. Shout outs to J2, thank you for the 10. Shout outs to Steam Dex Lex with the dollar dono as well. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Let's keep it rolling. They see me rolling. They hating. Hey, shout outs. Let's go. Appreciate you guys though. Seriously, let me get GS on it. If I can type for 2 seconds. All right, 45 on the board too. You guys know what time it is. Let's go. We just played it, but we'll play it again.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Mario Kart will show up. Yes, Yoshizu. Mario Kart will show up. I'm pretty sure Mario Kart will be there. I'm almost positive Mario Kart will be there. Like, I'm almost positive Mario Kart will be there. I assume the Treehouse will be all the games on hands-on experience, so the rest of, we can see them. Yeah, you got. This is not the first time that they've done Treehouse. So listen, Treehouse is essentially they show off a lot of the big games from the show. You know, so if there's a big game from the show and it's ready to go, you know what I'm saying? Usually if it's launching that year, they will talk about it. Or if it's, you know, in a playable state, they will show it off. So that's what Treehouse is about. They don't got to say, oh, I mean, sometimes they might mention like, oh, this will be at the Treehouse. I mean, I think that they've done that sometimes where they say, oh, if you want more information on this game, we're going to have a Treehouse, you know, on it. But I mean, like, we don't got to worry about that right now. Let's get those games first. The Treehouse is like dessert. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the main entree. So there ain't no reason to worry about what's at the Treehouse. Let's find out what's at the actual, what are we having for dinner? You know what I'm saying? This is the, what are we having for dinner? And then we can worry about dessert. We can worry about all that other stuff, snacks or whatever. We can worry about that later. But what is important is what we getting first, which is the direct. And then we can talk about what games will be there and all that later. You know what I'm saying? We got to do one step at a time. What's up, George FT? Spring time didn't matter with baseball. Start with the Switch 2 Direct. Hey, let's go. Hey, what's up, Mr. Make It Look Easy? Hey, what's good? 777 OG, double OG. What's up, Huddy? Welcome. What's up, Nick93? What's up, B Queen? Big love. What's up, Dank Meme Center X? When is Goodbye Switch video coming? I kind of already made that video today. You didn't watch it. You must have missed my video today, Projo. But yeah, that was the video today. But I'll probably do another one later. I'll probably do like right before the Switch 2 actually launches, then maybe I'll make another video talking about it like in that type of way. I wonder how many games will Nintendo actually show teased during the Direct. Probably just a few. No. It's a 60-minute show. So I'm guessing this is some of you guys' first reveal of a system, because a lot of you guys are saying things that just don't don't vibe with what Nintendo's actually done in the past or whatever. No. What they're doing is that there's going to be a lot of games being shown. So if you remember the Nintendo Switch presentation 2017, they showed a bunch of games. That was the first reveal of Super Mario Odyssey, Octopath Traveler, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, 1-2 Switch, ARMS, Splatoon 2, and we had a big reveal, obviously Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There was a ton of games there. SMT5, Travis Strikes Back or Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. They had a ton of games there. Absolutely not. Roggy Froggy with the $25 dono.
Switch 2 Hype.
Switch 2 Hype. Let's go. Yes, sir. It is going to be. It's not even about being a pessimist. You don't understand how they do their shows. It gets, like every single Nintendo major console reveal, like big presentation, is shown like a ton of games, even dating back to like the 3DS and stuff like that. Well, maybe not the 3DS, but like the Wii U and all that. So, I mean, anytime that they've done a big presentation, they always have a bunch of games. It's not just a few. So, nah. Roggy Frog, and like I said, it's 60 minutes long. So the fact that it's 60 minutes, that tells you everything that you need to know right there. Shout out to Roggy Froggy. Thank you for the $25 dono. Hey, yo, let's go. Thank you so much. Mr. Roggy Froggy, you are now the Hokage with that opening thread. Hey, yo, let's go. We hit that 62. That 1 hour extension. You guys hit that fast. We can maybe go for the double platinum today. Let's get it. Shout outs, guys. I don't know exactly what time I'll be starting my stream, guys, but it'll be early in the morning, probably like around 1 a.m. my time. So maybe, you know, 4 a.m. East Coast time. I mean, it's just whenever I can sleep, wake up, get going, get the stream going and all that. So yeah, like I'm gonna try to start as early as possible. I'm just gonna get some rest. I'm gonna set an alarm and I'm gonna just wake up and then I'll start. But let's just say 1 a.m. PT. So let's just say 4 a.m. Eastern time for right now. But it's gonna be early. It's gonna be early when I start my show. I'm gonna come hang out. African Triforce with the $3 dono.
Sakurai said it would take another 21 years for a new Kid Icarus Uprising sequel. So that means sometime within the Switch 2 lifetime, we should get a new Kid Icarus. Come on, Nintendo.
This man's been fighting for a new Kid Icarus. You've been fighting the good fight, man. You've been fighting the good fight. Listen, I want a new one as well. I hope they have something to show us, or at least a remaster of Kid Icarus Uprising. I would take a remaster of Kid Icarus Uprising. That game is awesome. I would take that as well. So yeah, shout outs to African Triforce Tech. Thank you, Switch, for the $3 dono, man. You are awesome, like always, coming representing, showing some love, and the 1 hour extension is live. Let's go. I'll be driving. I'm gonna need some coffee to stay up till 10 a.m. though. You got it. Oh, you didn't get work off, bro. You didn't get work off. Please, no, Sis, no self-promotion here, man. No self-promotion, my man. I appreciate you. That's cool that you're doing all that, so congrats on it. But yeah, no self-promotion, man. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming by and stopping by, though, and all that good stuff. The upcoming Capcom collection looks like it's going to be good. Project Justice bit includes 2 versions, an arcade of Japanese Dreamcast version of the board game. Yo, let's go. I want to see this new Monolith soft game or Fire Emblem. You might not get either one of those, so don't bank on that. Don't bank on it. Bank on Mario. Bank on Mario Kart. Maybe just bank on like maybe something from probably something from maybe like I wouldn't say a new DK, but there might be something there. Donkey Kong or something like that. But bank on franchises. I mean, it might be a little bit close for those two. Fire Emblem doesn't usually show up at Nintendo's like first presentations. Like I don't recall the last time Nintendo revealed a Fire Emblem game, you know, at a like first time presentation. They don't usually, Fire Emblem games are usually announced afterwards, like after, like at the next show or something. So I wouldn't bank on that. Xenoblade, that's more likely because they did it with Switch 2 and Switch 1. Or sorry, they did that with Switch 1, but with Wii U, they didn't have it at the reveal, but they had it at like the first big Wii U Direct in 2013. So, like I said, don't bank on it. I mean, it's possible, but don't bank on it. So yeah. It's not going to be $599. We're probably not going to get Xenosaga HD. And Travis touchdowns are terrible. I don't know what that means. Do you mean no more heroes? Then okay, that's fine too if you feel that way. Let's see here. No, it's all good. It's all good, Sis. But yeah, the reason why we don't allow that is just because people, like I said, I don't know what you do on your channel. You know what I'm saying? So I can't verify that's, oh, say you guys check out his channel, whatever the case is. So we don't really allow that unless I know what the person does and all of that. So yeah, well, that's why. And we don't want people coming in here and self-promoting. Like I said, we don't know what type of content they have. But I'm glad that you're hyped though. But yeah, you didn't know. It's all good though. It's all good. But yeah, maybe I'll check out your channel. Like I said, if I see that it's like okay, then I'm like, all right, cool. Make sure you check out my man Siz's channel. You know. Yo, big love to Johnny and Partyman Kart.
MARRRRRRRRRIO
Mario Kart.
Nintendo Switch 2 hype. Give me the 3D Mario goods, Nintendo. We are sick of the dry season. Mario Kart 8 theme to send off this game as we enter the new arc.
Mario Kart 8. Partyman has been here since he was like 3 years old. Mario Kart 8 main theme. The playtest MMO? No, that playtest might not even be a real game, guys. It might just be testing for them to have MMOs or their service expanded when it comes to the new MPLN servers. There's a very good chance that that game actually is nothing at all. It's legitimately nothing. There's a very good chance that it's actually not a real game. So I wouldn't bank on that either. I mean, it could be, but I wouldn't bank on that. Oddnet. See, PlayStation games would be sick on Switch PlayStation games. I mean, there's some, everybody loves golf, and there's the Freedom Wars, and there's another one, but I mean, I'm not really looking forward to that. Like, if I want to play PlayStation games, I can play them on my PlayStation. But I get it for other, like, those who maybe want. But I mean, I would say if you like PlayStation games, play it on PlayStation. You know, play it on there. I'm not looking forward to seeing, oh my gosh, Xbox games or PlayStation games on Switch too. That's not what I'm hyped for, because I can already play those. Like, I'm hyped for the stuff that Nintendo brings to the table that makes the system unique. I think that's what's important. Like I said, and I get it, not everybody can afford or play PlayStation games, but that's not what gets me hyped, man. What gets me hyped is like the new actual Nintendo games that they develop in their lab that says, okay, you can only play this on Switch, or we're making this game. You know, not stuff that you can already play, but just like maybe in less quality, or like not as good as quality on like a Switch 2, you know? So yeah. Let's see, my mom turned the tablet and OJ went into the other room. My mom just turned the tablet to OJ and went in the other room. That is not true, El Realist. Shout outs. Welcome to the stream, though. Zeno Nova says, all I want is DMC5 on the Switch too. I hope that happens. Why are you guys asking for like the crustiest stuff? Like DMC5? Don't get me wrong, that's cool, but that's what you guys are excited for? A game that came out in 2018? Like, what are you guys, what is going on here? DMC5, go play that crap on PS4 or something like that. That's what you're hyped for DMC5? Come on. Your name is Zeno Nova. You're not living up to how cool your name is. You guys gotta be better than this. Like, DMC5, that's what you're, oh my, a 2018 game? Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Let's see here. Evan sit with the $10 JoJo.
I'm meetings at 9 Central, so we'll miss a lot of the direct.
Okay.
But I am very, very curious. Nintendo charts their future tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to talk about it.
Yes, sir. Evan Set Gaming, thank you so much, man. I cannot wait to see the games. It's gonna be lit, man. I am excited for the big games that are coming. I am excited for the big games that are coming. Thank you so much, Evan Set Gaming. Thank you for the $10 dono. We out here going to you. Oh, hold up, I pressed the wrong one. Not the overclock. My bad. Wrong one. Combo breaker. We're almost gonna go further beyond, boys and girls. 2 more combos for that platinum. Let's go. Let's see. DMC5 requests to share chat. Listen, DMC5 is a fine game, but you can't be sitting here and telling me, oh my gosh, all I want is DMC5. There is no way after a decade. DMC5 has been out for more than a half decade, and the biggest event, and you're like, DMC5. Like, there's no way. I feel like I'm being trolled. There's no way, Xenonova. Please explain to me that there's something more exciting to you than freaking DMC5. There's gotta be. The game is 7 years old. It came out in 2018. 7-year-old game. There ain't no way. And by the way, that has a special edition that runs at like 120 frames per second on PS5. So there's probably no chance that that game runs that good and looks as good on the Switch too, even if it was on there. Like, I don't know, man. Please tell me. Steam Deck Lex with another $1 dono. And it says, players, since the real hype question will be tomorrow, will Cal M make this return to Players' YouTube channel for Switch 2 Direct? Well, he's been banned. His original channel was banned. So unless he makes he makes another channel and then comes back, I don't know. Yo, 10, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Mr. Black? Still super excited about Metro Prime 4. Yes, Metro Prime 4 should be awesome. I'm hyped for Doom: The Dark Ages on Switch 2. We'll see if that happens. That's not a confirmed game, but that would be lit if it happened, yeah. I mean, there really are no confirmed games. I think the only game that's actually confirmed is, like, Mario Kart. Like I said, DMC5, Xenonova, I'm not trying to hate on you, bro. DMC5 is a fine game. It is actually a great game. I have the original, I have the special edition, but I mean, after nearly a decade, that can't be, and over a half decade of DMC5 came out in 2018, if I'm not correct. Like, that came out the same year, or was it 2019? I think, sorry, 2019. I think that game came out in 2019. That was the same year that Fire Emblem came out, right? So, sorry, that was 2019. So we're talking about, yeah, like 6 years old. You know, like, that can't be what you're looking forward to. There's no way. So I want to know what you guys are actually looking forward to, not old ports of, PS4 games. Don't get me wrong, those are cool. There's going to be those there. Like, we're going to see ports, and that's going to be awesome, but there's got to be something more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Is it Metaphor? Basically confirmed wink, not OJ Labs. Listen, Metaphor has been rumored and it's probably going to come. It's probably going to come. So yeah. Yo, Star Fox needs to come back in a big way. Star Fox would be great, Julius. I'd love to see a new Star Fox game. My first time being online for a reveal, so its hype levels are high. Really want to secure a console? Yeah, we got to get that ready. Jake Reynolds got you on there. So yeah. Netflix Forum. What's up, Netflix Forum? What's up? Warren Perkins is in the house. What's good? Bring Callan back. No, we ain't bringing Callan back. Dylan's Rolling Western. I think the studio that made that game, didn't they shut down? So they'd have to get somebody else to do it. They did not say anything about pre-orders tomorrow, but it looks like pre-orders could be going live, so just be ready. Offline version of the mobile Octopath Traveler, that'd be cool. Astral Chain 2, ooh, that'd be awesome. Mass Effect Trilogy, I think there's a possibility for that, but that'd be cool too. That would be awesome. But yeah, there's a possibility for that one. We'll see. Is there any chance for Stellar Blade? No chance for Stellar Blade. No. Switch the OLED screen. Announced with Switch 2 because I get that too. Yeah, exactly. Probably no OLED. But I mean, I'm more worried about the actual games. I think the screen will be fine. If you've played like the PS Portal, that's a pretty nice screen. So if it's anything like that one, it should be okay. After I play my Switch, about an pay my Switch 2. Okay, let's go. Shout outs to everybody dropping comments, man. The comments are coming. I'm trying to read as fast as possible. I saw your latest video, super hype. Hey, thank you so much, Yoshizu. New NSO system or new NSO game like systems? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I suggest to log into all your retailer accounts. Yep. Get that done tonight. Wait Between Worlds Switch owes a lot of success to having a huge creation of the greatest games from across the on the go. The tripod, classic ports, first party and indies. Okay, like the 3-pronged attack. Okay, yeah. First party indies, classic ports, also, you know, some big AAA games. J2, what's up, J2? You gotta admit, having the great last gen games to release a new audience coming to the Switch 2 is a good opportunity, especially if the porting is cheaper for a new game. Yeah, absolutely. It's still a good opportunity, don't get me wrong. But we gotta be, there is no way that Xenonova is just like all I want to see is DMC5. There's no way. I mean, DMC5 might not be there. Then all of a sudden, is it ruined because you didn't get a 6-year-old game? I mean, like, that, like you've almost certainly played the game already. You know what I'm saying? You've almost certainly played the game already. So I mean, I don't know if that's not like, is that what you're looking for? Like, that's just not hype, man. I mean, DMC6 is a fine game, but that's just, I don't know if that's hype. That's not hype. I was kidding. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you were kidding. It's all good. Played Astral Chain based on your review. Kinda liked it, bruh. Kinda. The Great Wall. What's up, The Great Wall? Welcome. Do you think we're getting $399 or $450 price point? Nintendo rarely does the half mark, so I would say it's more likely for a $399 than a $450, but $450 is definitely possible in this economy. They got my money on Breath of the Wild and Tears remasters. I mean, yeah, that's probably coming, like enhanced Nintendo Switch 1 games. I don't know if they're gonna be like remasters more so than like upscaled ports of the games. I don't know if they're gonna take the time to actually remaster them more so than like just like a patch to update them, you know. Pokken 2. Ooh, Pokken 2 would be really nice. It would be really nice. If Switch 2 revealed GTA 6, the internet is gonna break. It is gonna break, but they're not gonna reveal GTA 6. GTA 6 is not gonna be revealed. If GTA 6 is revealed at the Nintendo Switch 2 event, I'll definitely give away a copy of GTA 6. I'll give away one copy of GTA 6 if it's revealed at the Nintendo Switch 2 event. I'll give away one that day, tomorrow, or whatever. If they reveal it, then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll give away one $60 card to whatever, like, you know, wherever they want, or whatever the case, or I'll buy the game and ship it, or whatever the case is, right? We'll figure it out. So, but that's not happening, so. Yeah. $7 games, bigger cartridges. We gotta wait and see about the cartridge size and all that. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna, cartridge size is not gonna dictate if it's 70 or not. Breath of the Wild, or actually no, Tears of the Kingdom, that was on a 32 gigabyte cartridge, if I'm not correct. That was 70, but there's been other games that are on 32 gigabyte cartridges and those weren't 70 either. Like Witcher 3's on a 32, that's not 70. So I'm not sure if that dictates it, but I mean, we could see obviously more 32 or more or even a 64 gigabyte cart on the Switch 2. I think that could be a thing. So that could maybe justify 70 as well. So yeah, Steam Deck with the $1. And he says, can we get OJ and Super Metal Dave stream like you and Nintendo Prime with the Switch 2 Direct? Play DK Aquatic Ambience? Yeah, I don't talk to Dave anymore, so I don't think he actually wants to do a stream with me. So yeah, probably not. Probably not, man. Probably not. But thank you for the $1 dono, and that has hit us to the platinum. Hey yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. And also Deported Slim with the $2 dono as well. Hey yo, let's go. Combo breaks. You guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is, baby. What 100? You guys know it's the limit break time. Breaking past all the limits. Let's go. You could do a marathon until the direct. I mean, I could, but then I might fall asleep during the direct. I'm old, man, so I might fall asleep during the direct. So you guys don't want that. You guys want me here and up. So yeah, I'm calling it again. Lego Mario game and Xenoblade X2. Yeah, probably none of those. Yo, what's up? Visage says new Buck Bumble coming. Yo, let's go. New Smash Bros for Switch 2. Smash Bros is coming. I don't know if it's gonna be there at tomorrow's show. Any last minute predictions tomorrow? Twilight Princess remake. Twilight Princess Wind Waker remakes. Not remasters, remakes. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker remakes. Random, probably not gonna happen predictions. How big do you think the average game will be? I have no idea how big the average game is going to be. I don't know, man. I mean, but I would guess at the bare minimum would be for Nintendo's games, probably 16 gigabytes, the bare minimum for a lot of their games. Maybe smaller, but 16 gigabytes. And then I'd say for third-party games, definitely at least, I mean, even on the Switch 1, the file sizes were really big for the game. So I have no idea, but 30 gigabytes plus for sure. DK Kong Island, what's up? My unrealistic expectations, Mega Man X9 or at least Ace Attorney. Ooh, those are good. Do you think GTA 5 will do more harm than good, assuming there isn't GTA 6? I mean, it can't really do any harm. People would buy it on there. I mean, the Switch 1 didn't get GTA 5 or didn't get GTA 6, so I mean, it didn't really matter at the end of the day. When everybody was playing GTA 5 on, on systems, it was never on Nintendo's system, and they were fine. So, I mean, it would be great to have GTA 6, but I don't think it would do more harm. People would just buy GTA 5 on Switch and be like, all right, that's that, Let's see, could you play Driftville City from Pokemon Black and White? Yeah, I got you, GS. Driftville City, Pokemon Black. All right, we'll get that next after this one. Metroid Dread Remastered. Hey, let's do it. Big love to GS. Thank you for the big 20 earlier. Shout outs. Astral Chain Part 2. Yes, it's all good. Let's do it. Justin, the 90s fan says hype is real now. Yes, it is. Chrono Rig. I can't wait to see if Sakurai shows what he's been working on. I don't know if Sakurai is going to be there. Sakurai's games are usually a bit after, but yeah, it's possible. I'll be frank, as much as I'm excited for the games, I'm most excited to play something like Street Fighter 6 on Switch 2, even I already have it on PS4. Yeah, that's cool. That's a newer game. I was just kind of like, wait a minute, hold up, DMC 5? But Street Fighter 6 is a newer game, and like having that type of game on the go is awesome. Like Street Fighter, that's a fighting game, so having a fighting game anywhere is really good. Because fighting games lend themselves to quick pick up and play. Let me get a couple matches in. Let me do a little bit on the arcade or whatever. So fighting games have always been great portable games. It's always been good to have a fighting game portable. You don't really got to do too much story or anything. You can just hop into some matches and have fun. So yeah. Most anticipated announcement. What you want to see? Yeah, I talked about that in my prediction show. So really this is more about you guys' predictions, but for me, obviously big 3D Mario, that'd be like what I'm looking forward to seeing a lot, is like what's up with the next 3D Mario, what's up with Mario Kart. Those two are like the two ones that I really want to see, is like Mario Kart and like what are those games gonna be, Mario Kart and 3D Mario. Arkham's Grim with the $1.99 and Travarius with the $2 says VC and Nintendo games will be moderated as hell, so voice chat in Nintendo's games. Maybe. I'm not sure what they do. I mean, they've had it before, and it wasn't. So we'll see what they do this time around, Like, it could be, but it could not be. So they didn't really moderate the voice chat app. You can kind of say whatever. I mean, people didn't use it, but I mean, when you did, it was just people just say whatever the hell they want. So there's also that. But we'll see for sure. We'll see, Travarius. And Arkham's Grim need a Jet Force Gemini sequel or remaster. I think Who owns the rights to that? I think Rare still owns the rights to Jet Force, so that'd be a Microsoft thing, and I don't know if they'll ever go back to that game. Any new game announcements from third parties that would overshadow Switch 2 itself, so not expecting Chrono Trigger. There'll be no such thing as overshadowing the Switch 2 itself. There's no third-party game announcement that would overshadow the actual Switch 2 itself, maybe with the exception of GTA 6, but there's not a single third-party game that would overshadow the actual announcement of the Nintendo Switch 2. No way. Yo, CyberTaurus with the $50, yo, Dono, let's go! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yo, CyberTaurus, hey! Let's go!
Go home this week. What a time to be alive.
Yes, sir.
Also, the video today was fire and hit me in the feels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, and Cyber, I don't know if you got a chance to check out your I DM'd you back, man. Hey, big love, brother. Seriously, I'm with you. Heart, body, mind, soul. I got you, man. I'm sorry for the situation, but I know you persevering, brother. Like that put a damn near tear to my eye when I was reading it last night. Hey, but I'm glad everything's good for you, man, and you worked through it. So shout outs to my man CyberTaurus. We're here with you, man. The community's here with you. We support you. I support you. And thank you so much for being here and being a part of the community, man. I appreciate you. And I'm going to do my best to keep working, man. I'm going to do my best to keep working. And like I said, keep this thing rolling. We out here, man. It is going to be a very fun show. I cannot wait. Like, I don't know if I'll even be able to sleep tonight. Bro, I couldn't sleep in the last Direct. The last Nintendo Direct, I couldn't even sleep. And that was a Switch 1 Direct. I couldn't even sleep, bro. I had trouble sleeping, Cyber. I had trouble. Shout out to CyberTaurus, man. Thank you for the big $50. Anybody that's 50 or more. Anybody that's 50 or more. You beat up my man CyberTaurus on the board. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyberman. CyberTaurus. If I can finish writing. Let's get this next Pokemon. And if CyberTaurus, if you want some music, let me know in the chat. I got you, brother. I got you for some tracks. 50 on the board. Oh my gosh, that's 10. That's more than JoJo Friday. More than JoJo Friday. 156 on the board. Let's go.
Even further beyond.
Yes, sir. Give me more of your crazy predictions, boys and girls. Then I can say no. None of them are ever happening. Give me those. My first time being online in a review like this. I'm really excited for all the first party stuff, primarily RPGs. Hopefully it doesn't sell out too fast. I think pre-orders are gonna go quickly. So get your dollars ready or get your pre-orders ready, man. Let's go. Look, it's hilarious, OJ. Now that Switch 2 is near announcement, we're getting the PS6 relative release date. You scared, Sony? I don't even know what that means, but no, it's fine. Like, shout outs to PS6. When it comes out, it'll probably be incredible. I'll buy it. I'll buy a PS6 day one, probably. So this ain't about PS6. This ain't about Xbox. This ain't about PC. This is about Nintendo and them doing what they gotta do. I'm excited for their games, you know? It ain't really about Sony or anything like that. I mean, obviously, you know, competition and all that good stuff, which is good, but nobody worried about that right now. We just worried about what's happening with these games popping. Let's see here. It says chart out with the $2. This is what are the top 5 Nintendo or third-party games we'll see. I mean, I don't know. That's hard to predict, but I mean, obviously, first-party wise, Mario is definitely going to be one of the top games, obviously. But I don't know what else Nintendo's cooking. Like, I really don't know. If you look at their teams, we just don't know what's going to happen, you know? Yo, Roggy Froggy, what with the 35 Uroboros?
Think Square will have games
Blast!
Or think it'd be just Nintendo first party?
No, it's going to be Nintendo first party. It's going to be Nintendo. It's going to be third party as well. Remember, guys, remember the Nintendo Switch 1 presentation. Even in the original reveal of the Nintendo Switch 1, there was third-party games. There was NBA, there was Skyrim. What else was there? Yeah, there was NBA and Skyrim in that first third-party. Or, yeah, in that first one. And then in the actual Nintendo Switch 2 presentation, there was tons of third-party games. You know what I'm saying? There was, like, a bunch of third-party games. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bunch. So, no, man, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. Yo, shout-outs to, Horse Suntrapped or something? I forgot it. I don't know how to say it, but thank you for the gifted membership. Tier 1 membership. Let's go. The Portis Slim with the $2 as well. Shout out to Roggy Froggy. But yes, Roggy, there's going to be a lot. Switch 2 launches at $599 and Ridge Racer. Let's go. Shout out to Big Froggy with the big 35 back on the Hokage board. Hey, shout outs. You're back at the Hokage at the top. I gotta add up though. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, shout outs though. Big love to everybody coming through. You guys have already been goated already. We're already having a goat level stream. So let's roll. We're gonna keep on riding tonight for that 3 hours plus or whenever the case is. Shout out to Deported Sicilian. Appreciate you. Let's go, Deported. Let's go, Deported Sicilian. Hey, let's go. I think we hit the double platinum. And Evanston Gaming with the 10 as well.
Might have to add Switch 2 Direct to my favorite things vid if it ends up wowing me. Prime must be about to blast off.
Prime is so excited. I think his stream's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna have to watch his replay. But I think, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited for just everybody that's going to be watching or whatever. Like, I think this is just a moment at time in the industry where everyone is going to be paying attention. Like, everyone is going to be watching, everyone is going to be paying attention. Like, it's going to be a show. It's going to be a show. Big love once again to my man Froggy with the $60 total. Anybody does 60 or more total, you can beat out my man on the board. But CyberTaurus still with the top singular donation of 50. Yo, let's go, Froggy. But we'll see what games they have. You know what I'm saying? Like Evan said, like there might not be something that's like for you, really. Like, oh my god, okay, this is for me. But they might have something. So we'll see for sure. What's up, highly anticipated? Says, what's up, OJ? Good to see you, bro. Happy Tuesday. Big pimpin'. Yes, sir. I think people are going to be surprised at how much there's going to be a new era when it comes to Nintendo. Yeah. A lot of people, they don't remember the Switch 1. That's one thing that I noticed. A lot of you guys don't actually remember or just weren't online. So you don't remember how many games were revealed. The Nintendo Switch 1 had a ton of games revealed. Like I said, they had Mario, they had Zelda, they had, what's it called? No More Heroes, they had SMT5, they had Octopath Traveler, they had, they talked about the stupid FIFA, but whatever, that's that. They had Skyrim there, they had 1-2 Switch, they had ARMS, they had Splatoon 2, they had Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they had Super Mario Odyssey. Like, it was a, like, bonanza, bruh. It was just, like, a ton of games. And then in the sizzle reel, they showed off a lot more games in the sizzle reel. So they showed off stuff like the Sonic game that came out that year. It sucked, but whatever. The Sonic game that came out that year, they showed off, like, Dragon Quest 1 and 2, or the Dragon Quest Heroes. But that never came over to the West, but region free, whatever. Dragon Quest Heroes, they showed off just a lot more games in that event. So, yeah. Shout out to Crispy Tofu with the $1 dono. Say, OJ, so obviously Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition has a graphical advantage over the OG Wii U, but if someone had access to both games and both consoles, why does the original have the advantages or features that would cause you to recommend it over the new one? The only thing would be the Wii U gamepad. That'd be the only thing that I would say I would recommend it over it, but even then, I still wouldn't recommend it over it, because with the Wii U gamepad, you constantly have to look down, then look back up, and if you want to play with the Pro Controller, it becomes even worse, because then you have to literally physically change controllers. On top of that, if your Pro Controller dies, there's certain things that you can't do. There's like, if your gamepad dies, like and you have to charge it, like you can't play some aspects of the game. You just can't play it. There's no on-screen frontier nav, which is a really bad idea. They didn't program that on the screen. So there's really no advantage outside of that. That's the only advantage. Once again, it comes with a lot of disadvantages, because the game supports Pro Controller. If you want to play the game like Xenoblade X on a Pro Controller, you can play it on a Pro Controller. But the problem is you have to also use the gamepad. So you're using two controllers instead of just one controller. And you can do it, and I did it for a while, but it got really cumbersome to the point to where it's like, I don't know. So, but that's it. I'd just say like the Frontier nav on the Wii U gamepad. Thank you, Crispy Tofu with the $1 dono. Kevin with the $1 as well says, I'd like to party like it's no tomorrow. Switch 2 Direct, maybe Persona 6. Yeah, maybe Persona 6. I don't think so. But maybe Persona 6. I don't think it'll be there, but maybe. They like to have their own events for Persona, or maybe even like Xbox paying for Game Pass stuff. So we'll see. I predict a new Punch-Out. Ooh, a new Punch-Out would be nice. Please, Yakuza 4 on the Switch 2. We need more of this. I mean, that'd be nice, but I'm not excited or looking forward to that. My rule is I need 6. 6 games not available anywhere else. 3 out, 3 coming I want to play. Switch 1 had that. Switch 1 had that, so I mean it's possible for Switch 2. And this is a direct, so I don't think Nintendo has to explain as much time with the concept of the system. Like with the Switch 1, Nintendo literally explained, hey, this is what we're doing here. Hey, we have this thing called online. Hey, here's the price. Hey, here's the system. And hey, look, guys, we've been making systems for a very long time, and we took all these different aspects of our system and we put it into this system. Hey, look at these Joy-Cons. Look at what they do. Hey, this is how you play it. Hey, they connect right here. Hey, what about this? Oh, and watch this video, this green screen video of one of our executives making all these gestures, which would be so hilarious because he had to act like there's ice cubes in a cup, or like he's hitting a ping pong ball or whatever. So then they spent a considerable amount of time. That block between Shinya Takahashi and Koizumi was a good chunk of time. They spent, I think, 10 minutes plus maybe, literally just saying, hey, look at this, but hey, we designed this. Oh, but this is this. Oh, and this, like literally, like go back and watch it if you get some time. Go back and look at that block when after the first like reveal of the price and all that. Look at the block from when Takahashi came out and he started explaining the history of Nintendo systems and how they designed it. And then the block that ends from Koizumi's last bit where he does the little green screen video with the Joy-Cons. That was a good amount of time. You don't have to do that now. We know what the system is, so you can just say, hey, this is a sequel, this is a brand new system, follow up to the Switch 1. All the features that you know and love are there, plus we've added this. Here's a little trailer showing off MouseCon mode. Oh, by the way, you can hook up your Switch 1 game to the Kinect, or maybe the Kinect button does this, or the C button does this. They don't have to spend the amount of time explaining the concept, you know, and they can spend more time on actual games. In my opinion, they should be able to. Plus, it's a direct, so I'm guessing it's highly edited. The first one was not highly edited. It was a live presentation, stage presentation with Nintendo Direct bits inserted in with transitions and people a little bit of downtime in between, you know, walking off stage, going on there. So this is the same amount of time. They said approximately 1 hour. Think about that for a second. With the edited show, approximately 1 hour, that means that it's going to be packed full of stuff. Plus, Nintendo did not have third-party support like they're going to have now with this system. So with the Nintendo Switch 1, a lot of developers did not care about that. They weren't there. They weren't ready to support the system yet until Nintendo showed that they can actually sell it, you know? So yeah. Let's see. I'm predicting Star Fox, 3D Mario, and possibly Kid Icarus. Oh, nice, Yak Diesel. I'm surprised you aren't more into Yakuza. It seems like an OJ game. It's not. You know, I like silly games, but I don't like. I know it's not that I like silly games. There's just something about Yakuza that I'm just not. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's because it's kind of it's kind of like the RPG one, like a Dragon. It's kind of like a stupid RPG. Like you got like weird people like with weird classes that it's just goofy, which is fine, but that's not really the style of RPG I like. I like Fire Emblem. I like Xenoblade. I like, you know, RPGs like that. Like I don't like goofy modern day RPGs that have like silly like people like weird classes, like, you know, like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has like really weird, you know, classes of RPG fight. Like I don't like that. I've never been a huge fan of that. Like I like Chrono Trigger. I like more of the serious RPGs that have a little bit of comedy kind of sprinkled in, not like almost like Yakuza almost seems like a comedy RPG, like a modern day like comedy like parody of an RPG, you know, which I've never been a fan of like parody games, of games that like parody other games. That's just not been my style. So yeah. Nady Nay says, what's up, Nady Nay? Are you gonna break your hands with Switch 2 Direct? Sure. Do you think that the new Zelda moving being live action is a hint at the next Zelda game be more realistic in art design? No. Nady Nay with the $5 says, I want to see some more Shinobi and of course all the first party goodness. Let's go, baby. Song Frozen Dark from the Messenger. All right. Frozen Dark from the Messenger. Frozen Dark Messenger. Let's see here. The story's serious, but I can't take it serious. I can't. It's a good game though, guys. I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's good. Maybe one of these days I'll actually go through and play more of them, but it's just not for me right now. And I just don't really feel like playing it, you know? So yeah. it's not even about waifus or nothing like that. I'm excited for Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That game looks incredible. You know, that game doesn't really have waifus. They're all clothed up from head to toe. You know, and the women look very grounded in reality. You know, it looks like women that you'd see like at Walmart or something like that, right? So it's like, it's not anything about that. It's just like, I'm just not a fan of that, you know, that style that they do, which is fine. That doesn't mean the game is bad. That doesn't mean the game sucks or anything like that. It's more of a me thing. It's not the game. The game is fine, you know? Let's see here. I respect your opinions on Like a Dragon. I'll just say it, while it's a comedy and in lots of ways it can be very serious. Yeah, and like I said, that's fine. I'm glad that whatever games you guys play, or if you like it, it's fine. Nobody's saying that it's not good. It's a good game. You know, it's just, like I said, it's just not for me right now. I just don't feel like, I mean, I played a bit of it, and it's just not for me. Like I said, it's just not for me. But it's not bad. It's good. It's just not for me, you know? So yeah. So I'm so ready for tomorrow's Switch 2 news. The day is dragging. Well, I'm going in with no expectation. The day is going by quick for me, man. It's been a fast day. I went and worked out. I felt like I just woke up. I was right next to my son. We were sleeping. Woke up, took care of him, you know, did everything. But I felt like I just woke up today, and all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock. Worked out today, you know. I got some new pancakes straight from, any Canadian peeps here? It's called Flourish. Canadian protein pancakes, the finest Canadian ingredients. Healthy protein pancakes, less than 1 gram of sugar. I think 39% of your daily value. I think over 20 plus grams of protein in there. Man, it looked weird. That pancake looked weird, but it was the healthiest pancake I've ever eaten. Like, I made a mistake, guys, with my weight loss journey. I was buying this pancake mix and I did not measure it. I'm stupid because I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and I know how to count calories and stuff like that. And for like the last number of months, I haven't been losing the weight that I want to lose because I've been eating too many servings of the pancake mix that has too much sugar in it. So I didn't get rid of it, but I just left it in there. I went and I finally got my Flourish pancakes, my protein pancakes, low calorie, 2/3 scoop is 270 calories with less than 1 gram of sugar. And I think I said 39% of your daily value, 20 something grams of protein. Fantastic. I had it today. It tasted a little weird, but I can do it. It's fine by me. So I had myself 2 pancakes. It was great. So my Canadian pancakes are rolling. Let's go. Shout outs to the Canadian peeps out there. I'm trying out the Canadian pancakes. Let's go. Let's see, GTA 6 on Switch 2 possible? It's possible, but I just don't know if it's going to be here at this event. Who else is watching Spawnwave live tomorrow? Well, I'm not going to be watching them live tomorrow because I'm going to be doing my show here, Zach. So, I mean, shout outs to him. Shout outs if you're watching there. But I mean, like, it's a bit rude to say that during when the current streamer is streaming right now. That's a bit rude, Zach. Deported with the $2. But if you're watching there, that's fine too. Shout outs to Spawnwave. He's the homie. Let's see here. Mega stuffed Oreos. Mega stuffed Oreos for OJ. No mega stuffed Oreos. Thank you for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $2 dono. Let's go. Let's see here. So we actually have one in the pantry. Never tried it though. I just have pearl milling pancakes. Yeah, those have too much sugar in there. You know, too much sugar in there for me. I gotta go with something, like I said, my diet, it's been messed up because the pancakes that I was making were too many calories. It said 1/4 a cup is 130 calories. I was putting way more than 1/4 of a cup. So the calories were like 700, 800 calories per breakfast. That's too many. So now that I was like, oh my gosh, I've been eating way too many. So now, like I said, I know 2/3 cup with these new pancakes that I got, only 270 calories. That's enough to make 2 pancakes. Well, a cup and a half. You know, 2/3 a cup and another half of the 2/3 of a cup. So it's only about 300 something calories. So that's much better. So I can finally lose the weight that I've been wanting to lose. So yeah, Greek yogurt, banana, apples, my go-to. Oh, that's a good breakfast. It's real light. I actually had something like that yesterday. Yesterday I had I think I had a piece of toast, banana, and like I had like one egg, banana, piece of toast, and I think I had a yogurt. Yeah. The Kodak cakes, they're too much sugar. I did see the one with the bear on it. Too much sugar in those ones. I would like those, but just, yeah, the sugar amount is a bit too high for me, you know? I don't know why they don't even need to put that much sugar, because if you're gonna put sugar-free syrup or the monk fruit syrup on there, that's gonna make it a little more naturally sweet anyway. Or if you're gonna use butter or whatever, like I don't know why they put that on there. So I use the monk fruit, keto monk fruit syrup, maple syrup.
Power nap later.
Okay.
Up around 2 a.m.
Okay.
Whip up some breakfast.
Okay.
Without waking up the fam.
Okay.
Jump on some XCX.
Okay.
And stream when it's live.
Yes, sir.
And enjoy the ride tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That's what what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my stream ready to go. I'll probably put up the stream, whatever I'm streaming at this time. I'll be going live. I'll make the thumbnail, all that good stuff. I'll be rolling. I'm gonna put, power nap, take care of my boy tonight. Probably just relax. I probably won't be able to sleep though. Like I said, I'll keep it a buck. I won't be able to sleep, but I will. Here is what I'm doing. I'm gonna hit you guys with a double platinum. Hold up. I can't do it yet because I gotta do this. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out, man. Nate said no 3D Mario. Nate also said no Metroid Prime 4 at the most recent direct. So he's just giving his predictions. We'll have to wait and see what they show there. So I don't know if he said that or not, but Nate also said no Metroid Prime 4 at the most recent direct, and Metroid Prime 4 was there. So you play to play. When we see what happens, we'll see what happens. So not saying that Nate is wrong, but it's just his prediction. It's just his prediction. It doesn't mean that he has some type of inside information that it's not going to be there. Just like Metroid Prime 4. People always take what he says, take everything that he says and make it seem as if it's like 100%. He simply gives his own predictions on it. That's separate, and he does that, but people take it and spread it as if he meant like there was some inside information. He does not. He does not have, and I want to make sure that I put that out there, that Nate, too many times y'all be coming here and saying, Nate says this, Nate says that, Nate says this, as if he said it, as if it was like, oh, I know for sure. No, he gives his own predictions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't mean it's not going to be there. It's just his own prediction. If he feels that it's not, then that's fine. You know? But like I said, he also said the same thing about Metroid Prime 4. So that's why we need to stop taking what he says for his own predictions and making it seem as if it's like, oh, he said that as it's like some type of rumor. You know? So yeah. It's no shots, though. It's no shots whatsoever. I love Nate. He's awesome. He's the GOAT. Let's see here. Had a 2-egg omelet with corned beef, hash, and cheese. Nice. Let's go. Omelets are good. I work out though, so since I work out, I gotta have a certain amount of calories. Otherwise, you can't really, your body, your muscles can't really, expand and get that tone and definition that you want. Like when you start not eating, and when you eat such low amounts, so you gotta eat something because your body needs fuel. At least if you're working out. If you're not working out, then yeah, fasting and not eating and like eating 100 calories per day and all that stuff will work. But if you're working out, you're gonna try to lift, you're gonna be like, ugh, I can't lift. So that stuff works like I said, when you don't work out, that's fine. But if you're working out, your body's gonna need something, or it's gonna eat itself, and that's not gonna be good. Shout outs, thank you so much, Chartar, with the $2 dono. Big love. Let's see. I feel they should take even the best leakers with a grain of salt instead of the truth. I mean, yeah, like, listen, like when it comes to like Nate, I always take Nate, like I give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to like when he says, hey, look, I think that there's a Nintendo Direct, or hey, I think that there's going to be like, I think this is the day for it. I give him the benefit of the doubt. Still doesn't mean it's 100%, but I give it the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't do is I don't confuse his predictions with facts. Like, oh, he said it as if it was him making like, I have inside information. And a lot of you guys take what he says as just his simple predictions and try to make it seem as if that's what he said as inside information, and that's just not true. So it's really no shots at Nate, and Nate would actually agree with what I'm saying right now, and he has to actually tell his audience, hey, these are just my predictions. These are not anything that I like, my predictions. And sometimes people don't understand that. They still take it and act like and run with it, So yeah. I do believe in resetting your system sometimes with fasting. I do believe in that. I do gotta like maybe one day out of the week or something, like maybe like a Sunday when I'm not working out, reset the body, fast like almost all day. I do agree with that. Yes, I agree. But if you're working out 5 to 6 times a week and you're not eating, good luck. Good luck actually building any type of muscle or getting any type of gains, because chances are you won't be getting any. Good luck. Or you're not gonna have the energy to get them, at least. Shout outs to CyberTaurus. Thank you for the $5 dono as well. Big love. Shout outs to Chartar with another $2 $2 dono says, isn't there enough protein in that breakfast? Which breakfast are you talking about? The breakfast that you had before? The egg, I mean, eggs give you some protein. Yeah, corned beef hash, yeah, cheese, that does. It depends on how much you eat of it, but eggs have a ton of cholesterol. So, I mean, eggs are good, but I don't like to eat too many of those in the morning. Just for me at least, you know, brothers, you gotta watch your cholesterol and all that, even though it's definitely some good cholesterol, but I mean, I just gotta be careful. So I don't really eat too many eggs. And I'll probably go with more of like the lean protein, you know, like a protein pancakes that are like the Flourish ones, the ones with low sugar and all that. Those will get you really good amount. Yogurt is usually a pretty good amount, like the ones without all the sugar in there. The yogurt is a pretty good amount of protein as well, without the rest of the cholesterol and other things. So it's sometimes you can get it from better sources, but I mean, that's still not bad. I don't know what corned beef hash you're using, so I don't know what the protein account is on there, but look at the back, look at the grams, and then let me know. Eggs, I mean, if you want to have, I mean, listen, I can't give you guys, everybody's body's different. Some people's bodies can handle the cholesterol of eggs and be completely healthy. Other people's cannot. So I can't sit here and say that it will or will not. You got to go to your own, you know, personal doctor. Everybody's body's different. My body doesn't handle eggs as well every single morning, and I got to limit my cholesterol. So for me, eggs are probably a no-go. I got to get my protein source from something else because I don't want too high cholesterol, you know, in my system. So that's just me. But my wife, she can handle 2 eggs or whatever, and her cholesterol and all her levels are great. So it's going to be different for everybody in terms of how it works, you know? It's going to be different for everybody. Skipping breakfast is actually pretty good, like I said, to help lose weight too. That's actually a pretty good way. I got to start doing that sometimes. Sometimes out of the day, just skip it and just go, like maybe just go with the, just go with some like, what's it called? My little electrolyte water. My little electrolyte water that I got. Just go with that and just bang out the workout and then eat something in the afternoon. Yeah, I got to start doing that a little bit more, AO. I got to start incorporating a little bit more of the fasting. Like I said, not hardcore, but like a little bit more. Let's see. My labs are perfect. Are they, Jake? And I hope so. Yogurt mixed with sugar-free cheesecake. Oh, I'm not good with cheesecake, but yeah. I use my Fitness Pal to check how much cholesterol I'm consuming. Not sponsored. Yo, shout out to Fitness Pal. I would like Soul Hackers 2 on the Switch too. I mean, that'd be fine. I mean, it's not that I don't like Soul Hackers 2, but after playing Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, SMT 5, SMT 5 Vengeance, the last thing that I wanted to see was those demons again. Because I picked up Soul Hackers 2, like I actually gave it a shot, like a real shot, and I'm just like, oh, it's the same demons, and I'm just like, I'm good. I just turned it off. I just couldn't, because I know that it's not as good as SMT5, it's not as good as Persona, so I just didn't want to have to deal with all that again. I'm like, I'm good. I had to just turn it off. So yeah, man. How long until the direct? The direct is at 6 a.m. PT, 9 a.m. Eastern time, so all you got to do is count the hours from there, my man. Go on Google. I don't know where you are in the world. Go on Google and just type in the PT and type in the timing from there. Type in the PT time zone where you are, and it'll spit it out. 6 a.m. PT will spit out exactly how much it is. I got the impression that Soul Hackers 2 doesn't live up to expectations of its sequel. I mean, not really. No. Keep myself occupied with Metroid Dread before the big event. Yo, let's go. What games are you guys going to be playing up until the big event? Are you playing anything at all? I do also do protein shakes as well, Nick93. I do those too. Let's see here. Damn, 6 a.m. is gonna be a little rough. I'm ready to go. Dude, I'm gonna be up like at midnight tonight, so I'll be ready to go, man. I'll be ready to go, rocking, ready to go. We're gonna have a bunch of events. I'm still planning out what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have a bunch of events planned out. Each hour, we're gonna have like a new event or a new thing that we're gonna be talking about. So we're gonna go through it hour by hour, and then we'll also have giveaways each hour. We'll have some like little eShop card giveaways or something each hour. There'll be a new giveaway, so that'll be fun too. So yeah, it should be fun. Like I said, I'll plan out some things that we're gonna do for the day. It'll be a lot of fun. Maybe Croc HD as a out same day. I mean, Croc HD is coming out April 2nd, so that's tomorrow. That's when Croc HD is coming out. Switch 2 is not going to be launching tomorrow, so yeah. I mean, Croc, it'll be backwards compatible, so Croc HD will work on your Switch 2, you I'm still playing Xeno X. I'm still playing Xeno X as well. Cora, is it Cora? Cora Barker says, I'm playing Bioshock 1 and 2. Nice, shoutouts, Cora. Xenoblade 2, of course. SMT5 Vengeance. Mara, yeah. No shoutouts to Mara. Sorry, CyberTaurus. Hey, what's up, A. Clark? Are there better? There are better games than Slackers 2, yes. But, I mean, it's a good game. The thing about SMT that's interesting is that they don't make a lot of new demons. Like, they do sometimes, they'll put some new demons in, but they don't make a ton of, each game it's like the same demons. You'll be seeing the same demons all the time. You know, so I was just like, I'm good. I just said, I can't. I've done this so many times. Hey, what's up, A. Clark, though? Hoping and praying for Skies of Arcadia. Yeah, don't bank on Skies of Arcadia, man. Don't bank on it. Don't bank on it. I've been playing Runner 2. Runner 2 is really good, Sortable Shelf. I think I might have trauma now. Currently playing Xenoblade X 70 hours. Finally finished chapter 9 and got the scale flight. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Epic Lobster. Let's go. Yeah, I just finished chapter 5 and I'm about 40 something hours in. So I'm taking my time. I'm doing a lot of the affinity. So I'm like actually switching my characters. I'm not just powering through with Elma, you know, Doug and Lynn. I'm actually switching my characters up a lot and doing a lot of the different affinity. Just so I can have those affinities like later. Because I know RGT was saying, oh my god, you're only at level 30 something. I'm like, bro, look at my affinity levels are like 3 or more with almost all the characters, or like 3 plus more. So I can just do all that, get their affinity levels up, and then once I really feel like going through, I'll have affinity levels so I can do all of their side quests as well. So yeah. Is there a point of no return in Xenoblade X? I don't know what that means. Been playing 3 hours. Oh, sorry, not 3 hours. 3 houses. Hey, let's go. I want to see Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch 2. That's kind of been leaked. Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch 2. Not leaked, but there's a hidden 60 FPS mode in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the Switch. They hit it, so it looks like it might unlock, or you could download a patch or something like that, or there might be a version on Switch 2. So that seems like it might happen. So yeah. RGT talking about JRPGs needs to yeah, it was funny. I had to respond to him. I was like, yo, bro, listen, you beat one Xenoblade game in a decade plus. Don't worry about what I'm beating on Xeno. Don't worry about how, because he said, oh, well, I'm worried you won't beat it. You know, Switch 2's coming, you won't beat the game. Like, it's gonna take you forever. I'm like, and he was obviously like saying it facetiously, like, you're taking too long. Like, you're not even gonna be able to beat the game. It's gonna take too long. I'm like, bro, I appreciate it, but you beat one Xenoblade game in a decade plus, and you don't even know what happened in that game. You have no idea why Shulk's even important. You know, because by the way, the Xenoblade fan, he's a Xenoblade fan and could not tell me why Shulk is important. Big Xenoblade fan, right? Xenoblade Chronicles 3: Future Redeemed. The trailer. I remember like it was yesterday. They showed the trailer. Sean did not care that Shulk was in the trailer. He did not care about Future Redeemed whatsoever. He had no interest and did not care at all. But he's a Xenoblade fan. He's a fan. He's a fan of the franchise. That's why I always crack jokes with him, because I don't know why he acts like he loves Xenoblade and he does not. He played the first game, doesn't remember. He played it a long time ago. He likes Xenoblade X. I'll give him that. He does enjoy Xenoblade X, but I think he enjoys it because of the graphics. I think the graphics look nice, and I think he just likes it because of the graphics and their scales. There's graphics and scales. I think that's about the only reason why he likes the game. Graphics and scales. That's why Xenoblade 3 came out. He was like, no, I'm good. I don't need it. I don't want to play. You know, he didn't want to play, even though the graphics look nice in that game, and you know, the portable mode is okay in that game as well. But didn't feel like playing it. So I always like, me and him, we always go back and forth when it comes to Xenoblade, because I find it hilarious. Let's see here. What do you think of the phrase, eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a prince, and eat dinner like a pauper? I don't know what the hell that means, but I'm not, whatever phrase that is, I'm not eating like that. So he enjoys X because it's not a non-traditional Xenoblade game. Yeah, I think it's because the graphics and scales, like the fact that it's like truly open world and it's less of a focus on story. Because I don't think he doesn't care about the story. So I think it's less of a focus on the story and it's more of just like on the combat. So story's less of a focus, because he even complained about when we were on the Spawncast, like which I actually, this is a good complaint. Like a lot of RPGs, they'll lay out the text, and then the text, like in cutscenes, you can like skip the text, or you can like read fast and then go past it. Xenoblade doesn't allow that. Like, it just, the cutscenes just play out, and you can't like forward the text like in all the cutscenes, and like he just wants to get through the text, you know, like faster. He doesn't care about what the story is really, or it's a low importance, which is fine. You know, Xenoblade X, the story's not the best in the game. It's not terrible by any means, but obviously compared to Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, it's just not quite the level. But yeah, so he said that's not good either. So I think he's really just more about the gameplay, which is fine. The gameplay in Xenoblade X is probably one of the best, if not the best in the series. Definitely up there in terms of how good the combat is, especially this version. Wii U version, I wouldn't necessarily agree as much, because, you know, the scales are great, and the, you know, the gameplay overdrive is great and all that, but I think that some of the gimmicks of Uroboros, or even the what's it called, the blade system, like not every aspect of the blade system, but some other aspects in terms of gimmicks were better than Xenoblade X. But I think that this one, like with the quick recast, with the overdrive, how they've done with the scales, the you know, the tweaking, being able to play it full portable, there's so many different enhancements and quality of life features added into this that I think that it bumps it up in terms of how good the combat is. The combat is much better, you know. So yeah. I want to play an RPG not to enjoy the story. I mean, like the combat, but I want the story too. I mean, yeah, most people will play RPGs to enjoy the story, you know, but some people just play for the combat, which is, that's okay too, you know, nothing wrong with that. You know, I read super fast too, so it would definitely be good. I actually agree with that criticism. Like, I think it would be nice if, like, they laid it out and, like, you can press, like, the A button if you want to fast forward the text, you know, like, or just, like, go past, like, to the next thing, which most RPGs do that. There are some RPGs that don't do that, like, in certain cutscenes, but in a lot of the cutscenes, Xenoblade, you know, just, you have to just listen through it, you know, which I get it, you know. Especially anytime, like, the man honor speaking, like, it feels like they've inhaled, like, helium, like, they talk like this, like, they have, like, this weird, you know, helium voice. Like, I don't really feel like listening to them talk. I'll be honest, I really don't feel like listening to them talk. So yeah, I agree with that. What does Nintendo Treehouse mean? What does it mean? It means that they're going to be playing a lot of games after, on the, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. They're going to be playing a lot of the games that were revealed at the show. It's self-explanatory. They're going to be playing, it's the Nintendo Treehouse. Nintendo calls their localization / play testing team here in America, they call them the Treehouse. So it's all it is that the Nintendo Treehouse, those employees playing the games. And believe it or not, I've actually been a part of the Treehouse one time. I think with Splatoon 3. For some reason, Nintendo really wanted me to talk about Splatoon 3 a lot. Or was inviting me to all sorts of stuff with Splatoon. They made it seem as if I was the Splatoon 3 master. I don't know, but for some reason, they really were excited about me in Splatoon 3. Even though I didn't really cover... I mean, I played Splatoon 2 a lot, so maybe that's where it came from. They saw me streaming Splatoon 2 a lot. But there were definitely people that were, like, way more... Nintendo people that were way more. But for some reason, they never really give access people to Treehouse. Like, Treehouse access is very few and far in between. But for that one, they let me play with the Treehouse team. They let me play online with the Treehouse team, and they streamed it, I think, we streamed it. So it was like me and Click, it was like me, Miss Click, and I think Endakuba, and then it was also like Just Jess, and it was like a couple, and then like some of the Treehouse people. And we played, and it was great. So yeah, Treehouse is dope. There's all different types of Treehouse. I also got to play with that was Nintendo Minute. I got to play with Kit and Krista, and that was Monster Hunter Rise. We played, there's an episode of Nintendo Minute with Monster Hunter Rise, and I got to be on there. Me and Click got to be on there. They would bundle me and Click together. We were like a package. It was Cloak and Dagger. It was like a bundled package of me. I did so much stuff with me and Miss Click with Nintendo in terms of stuff like that. So it was cool. Shout out to Click. I miss working with her because Miss Click is awesome. She's like my homie, and I miss like doing events and stuff with her. So yeah. Let's see. Is Deltarune tomorrow? I don't know, and I don't care, but that'd be great if it was. Of course I miss Satoru Iwata, man. He was the GOAT. If I remember, people hate it because it doesn't feel like Breath of the Fire game. People hate what? Michael B, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love. Do you think Mario Kart 9 will look like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe we saw in the first teaser? It was a fake teasing. Better new graphics. It's just, that's called YouTube compression, Squirrel, so it doesn't look like Mario Kart 8. The problem is that through your YouTube and through your TV screen, the graphics are compressed, but there was actually a developer who went through and analyzed it, and if you look very closely, it actually looks way better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, especially like I said, the backgrounds, the ground textures, the karts itself. It actually looks better than Mario Kart 8. And on top of that, there's 24 racers in this one, and there's only 12 racers in Mario Kart 8. So think about that for a second. It's basically doubling the amount. When you double the amount of racers on screen, you got to have the extra horsepower to actually be able to render and run that game at 60 frames. So, I mean, don't expect, oh my god, the graphics to be the greatest thing ever in the world. Don't expect that. Don't expect like Gran Turismo, but it's definitely going to be better. It's not like they were fake teasing. No, none of that's nonsense. It's compression. It's a separate video put on another superimposed video. It's not how it's going to look on your TV screen, and the game obviously isn't complete or final. So yeah. But there was no fake teasing or anything like that. You guys got to also realize what YouTube compression is. You're never going to really see how the game looks for real on a YouTube video. It's always going to be better when it's on your screen. But once again, that is not something that you should really just judge based off of that first reveal. Nah. But like I said, 24 racers, that right there already tells you what you need to know. Just that right there. Listen, man, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. AJ. Let's see here. Single player campaign for Mario Kart 9 is going to be more exciting with more drivers aspect. I hope there is like a really dope single player campaign. I really hope that there is a dope single player campaign because we would need one. I think that'd be good. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing exactly how the racing's going to be and how the items are going to work, because with 24 racers, that's too hectic for the current Mario Kart, how Mario Kart works right now, you know? Sun Grand Studios. Yeah. Sun Grand Studios or whatever his name is. Yeah, he analyzed Mario Kart 8. Now, there are other, I will say this, for the sake of being fair, other developers looked at that and said they don't agree 100% with everything that he had to say. I had other developers tell me that, at least people that claim to be developers. I looked at their profile pages, looked like they did develop indie games or things like that. So we'll have to wait and see. But I fully expect Mario Kart 9 or whatever the next Mario Kart's called to look better than Mario Kart 8. And like I said, even if it's not like significantly better than Mario Kart 8, it has 24 races on screen, and it looks like it's going to have way bigger draw distance and way bigger worlds and environments to race in. So the horsepower is going to be used appropriately. Robert? Okay, what's up, Robert? Thanks, or AJ. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I don't know what you're talking about. Missing Reggie Fils-Aimé. I don't think he's going to appear at the Nintendo Direct, AJ. I don't think he's going to appear at the Direct. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's funny how people assume the quality of the game based off a few seconds of initial gameplay, and that's fine. That's what people are going to assume the quality based off of that. But I think, remember, not everybody, you know, follows this like 100%. They just see what they see and they say, oh, well, that's not what I'm thinking. But once again, remember, it's not a direct feed video. It's a video being it's not actually running on a Nintendo Switch 2. It's a video that they captured of an incomplete that they took and they superimposed. It's editing. They superimposed that on obviously not a real Nintendo Switch 2. That is just a computer rendered Nintendo Switch 2. They superimposed that video on top of there with processing and then put that through the YouTube blender that also degrades it a little bit more, you know?
Nintendo teased the C button, just saw it on Nintendo Everything.
They did. They did tease the C button, and we'll see what that C button does. Caitlin and Justin, thank you for the $3. Then also Nick93 with the $1.9 says, happy for Nintendo fans, been a long time. It's been a decade. We've been waiting for a decade. So I'm looking forward to just something new, getting something new out, man. Just having something different to get excited about. Like right now, the industry's great. Like I'm having fun. Like, you know, Assassin's Creed dropped, right? We got games coming out, but let's just be honest here, man. Like we need a shot in the arm. Like we need a shot in the arm. We need some more excitement. Like even still, like in this past year or so, we didn't really have as many big shows that showed off a lot of different stuff like games. A lot of it was, oh, well, there's this or there's studios shutting down. It was a lot of good news, but a lot of bad news mixed in. So it's good to kind of get back to this, you know? Yo, Juan DBZ, thank you for the 31 months. Shout out to the 31 months of membership. I want Xenoblade 4 tomorrow. I doubt Xenoblade 4 is going to be there, but it would be awesome if it was. And I would give you some combo breakers if it was there. So let's go. Let's go. Let's see here. Do you think they'll announce new Chrono Trigger remake for Final Fantasy VI remake? Chrono Trigger remake for I think you meant and Final Fantasy 6. No, I don't think. I think Chrono Trigger has a chance, but I'm gonna say less than 50%. I think Final Fantasy 6 remake. I don't think there is a Final Fantasy 6 remake right now. I think right now they're working on the Tactics remaster and the Final Fantasy 9 remake. So I don't think there is a FF6 remake. So yeah, I like when Reggie showed Switch 1 to Jimmy Fallon and Miyamoto was in the audience. Yeah, that was a fun moment. I just want Mario tomorrow. You'll probably get something Mario tomorrow. Like if I know Nintendo, you will get something Mario tomorrow. I'd be shocked if you didn't. I'd be shocked. I tell you, shocked. Oh man, it's better art direction, realistic I'm not sure what you're talking about there. I didn't read the first part. Sure, another question, Mario Kart. Do you think that the main theme for the game will be tracks that go through different environments and portals like Sonic Crossworlds? No. No, not really. But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be Sonic Crossworlds. I hope not. No hate towards Sonic Crossworlds, but yeah, no, I don't think so. But we'll see. Let's see. Are you excited for Sonic 4 in March 2027? No. Reggie didn't do that. Ayotro. What about Fire Emblem? Fire Emblem, it's a possibility. I talked about it in my predictions video, but I don't know. By the way, I also got this too. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you get gems like this. Check this out. We got Castlevania. Did I show you? I think I already showed you guys. Never mind. I might have already showed you, but I got the Castlevania Dominus collection. This gives you 3 games, DS games: Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia, or is it Ecclesia? One of those two. And Haunted Castle Revisited. So it's a very good collection. I'm gonna keep it sealed because I already have the digital version. I bought that for it was like $11 or $12 with my coins that I had. But yeah, Castlevania is awesome. Maybe they show off a new Castlevania game. I think a new Castlevania game would be fantastic. So I think we need to see a new Castlevania game. Let's get Castlevania for the Switch 2. So yeah. Let's see here. When I was in college, my roommate used to call it Fire Blem Blem. Why did he call it Fire Blem Blem? That doesn't make any sense. Just Fire Emblem. That sounds like more work. Nintendo Switch DOS tomorrow. The DOS! I'm putting Castlevania on my bingo card. If you guys have... I need somebody to cook me up a goated bingo card. Like a big goated bingo card that has pictures and all that. Whatever gets the best bingo card, I'll use for sure. Chris, with the 20 months tuned in tier pledge. Appreciate that. Thanks so much, Chris. How many games do you expect to see tomorrow? I honestly have a feeling we don't see too many. I'd say about 8. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. Some of you guys are new to the Nintendo announcements of new systems or Nintendo Directs. There ain't no way that they have a Direct and there's only 8 games. It's 60 minutes long. So, no, there's definitely going to be more than 8 games, Alvin. But it's all good. If you go back to the Nintendo Switch 1 presentation, which had stumbling around and was not a direct, it was a presentation with people transitioning from one stage to another or walking from one place with live segments. They had well more than 8 games there. They actually had, I think, like 20 or 30 games with the sizzle reel titles. So nah, there's not going to only be 8 games. Nah, you just got to go back and look at the history, my man. At a direct, like I said, a direct, definitely going to be more than 8 games. Let's see here. I got my physical copy of Metal Slug Tactics LRG today. 3D Mario and Final Fantasy 9 Remake. Hey, let's go. My wild prediction is that they're going to show a link to the past remake. Ooh, that'd be wild, and that'd be great if they did. 20 minutes for hardware, 40 minutes for games. I don't know if they'll even spend 20 minutes on hardware. That could be it. They could spend... I mean, it's edited. It's a direct. So, I mean, they could spend that long on hardware, but they might not. Now, if you're talking about hardware, OS, everything involved, you know, all the... like controllers, features, I mean, yeah, it could be 20 minutes. The Nintendo Switch presentation, I don't know if they spent that long on it. Let's take a look at that one. Actually, let me open up my Power Director, and I'll take the Switch 1 presentation, and I'll tell you guys exactly how long they spent on what and what. So let's double check, shall we? Give me a second. 20 minutes explaining the C button. Hey, let's go. A single sizzle reel usually has more than... Exactly, a single sizzle reel will have more than 8 games. So I highly doubt that it's only going to be 8, you know? That's fair. I just have a somewhat bad feeling about tomorrow. I don't know why. It's because you don't... Like I said, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you have a bad feeling about tomorrow. But go ahead, have a bad feeling. But you don't know what you're talking about. Nintendo wouldn't cook up a 60-minute presentation to have 8 games. That just doesn't make any sense. There's no There's no history or precedent for that at all, where they've had an hour-long presentation and said, hey guys, there's only going to be like 2 games. Like, that's never happened in the history of me ever covering Nintendo. So, I mean, you're just making up your own thing to be worried about. I don't get it. Like, I've never, even in the Wii U days, they would have Wii U Directs, the Wii U days, Wii U. And they would have more games at Wii U presentations. I mean, listen, man, if you want to be worried or have a bad feeling, go ahead. But there's no precedent for what you're talking about. You're just making up your own fanfic. So that's fine. All right, let me get into the Nintendo Switch presentation so we can actually go over what's happened for real facts, not just weird proclamations. All right, Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Switch presentation. But go ahead, yeah, have a bad feeling. If I already don't watch it, you know what, better yet? You have a bad feeling, don't watch it. It's a bad feeling, don't watch. There's not going to be anything there. It's going to be bad. You have a bad feeling. Don't watch it. Don't spend your time watching it. Go do something else instead. Bet you'll draw the line there, won't you? Bet you'll draw the line at not watching it. Yo, hold on. You won't do that. All right, hold up. Let me see here. I'm looking through my editor. And let me see here. I'm at the... They talked about hardware for approximately... You got to cut out some of this. Like, they had like a live countdown. So you got to cut out the countdown. So let me just start from when from Kimishima came out on stage all the way till they talked about the price and all of that. They spoke about it for... They spoke about hardware, games, price, and all that. 15 minutes. 15 minutes was what... I'll show you guys the live shot of my editor. If you guys... Actually, I don't know if my editor will pop up in this. I don't think it will. Let me double check. Let me see if it will. Actually, yes, it will. Okay, so here's my editor that I use. I use Power Director. So I just gave you guys, here's the timeline, right? The timeline is, the presentation was about 1 hour and 4 minutes. I cut out the beginning countdown, so because that doesn't count. So I cut out the beginning countdown, and this is at the very end of Breath of the Wild. They ended with Breath of the Wild and like the release date. So if you go back to the beginning, this is what they spent on the presentation of like hardware, games, region locking, price, concept, all that. They spent about 15 minutes, as you can see at the Vic right here. That's when they start talking about games. So 15 minutes about, I mean, it's more than that in real time because once, like I said, I cut out the count, like the 60-second countdown, the lights and the strobe effects. The guy where I downloaded this from, he had like his own intro that was like a few seconds long. So they spent about 15 minutes on hardware. If you go through with games, 1-2 Switch, and then they had a stage show with that. Then they had ARMS. They had a stage show trailer with that. Yeah, ARMS, and then Splatoon 2. They had a little of a stage show with that. And then they had Mario Odyssey. They had a stage show with that as well. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2. No stage show with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They just talked about Xenoblade Chronicles, or showed the trailer. That's it. And then they showed another trailer. I think SMT5 is after this. Oh no, Fire Emblem Warriors. So they showed that was Fire Emblem Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors, that's 6. And then they showed, they talked about over 80 games in development. So they actually said, hey guys, there's more games coming. And then there's more. They talked about Dragon. We didn't get these here in the West, but they actually, they announced, they just said, well, we got Dragon Quest 11, but we didn't get Dragon Quest 10. But Dragon Quest 10 and Dragon Quest 11, plus Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. They announced those. This is SMT5. They announced that. So we're well over the 10 game mark at this point. Octopath Traveler, they announced that. They talked about Sega's going to be supporting it with games, so look out for Sega games on there. Then they had Skyrim. Then they had No More Heroes. Suda messed it up. Then they had EA to talk about FIFA. And then they had, and then the sizzle reel. They have just like a bunch of games. You know, they just had a bunch, like they had Sonic, they had whatever, Fast RMX. Yeah, there was a sizzle reel with, I skipped right through it. Yeah, Street Fighter, just a bunch of games like Disgaea, Dragon Ball Z, just all sorts of crap, right? So then they had that, and then they ended it with Breath of the Wild. A little bit more hardware, and then Breath of the Wild, Reggie and Breath of the Wild. So, and that was Switch 1. Switch 1, they weren't sure if this was going to be a success, guys. They were saying, hey, we think it's going to be good, but they didn't know that it was going to be like a super success or not. So Switch 2, they've got, oh, sorry about that, guys. My editor played something. Switch 2, they've got way more resources. They've got way more developer support. So, yeah, I'm just going based off of that, but it's all good. It's a little disingenuous, but all right, man. There's nothing disingenuous with what I'm saying. There's nothing disingenuous with what I said in reaction to you. Like, maybe you're upset that I said that, but it's all good, Alvin. Like, I'm not trying to hate on you or nothing, but there's no precedent for Nintendo having an event and having, like, only 8 games. There's no precedent for that at all. They've never done it, like, at all their directs or E3s. They always do that. So what you're saying has never happened. So I don't know what you want me to say outside of reinforcing that ish just never happened. So I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm telling you, I know you're gonna show up and watch. You got a bad feeling, but you're gonna show up and watch. I don't know why you have a bad feeling, but there's no precedent based off of what Nintendo's done. Every single big Nintendo Direct, they've had more than 8 games. Every single presentation that they've ever had, when it comes to Switch 1, they had more. So even with Wii U, they had more than 8. Like, even with the Wii U, which was flopped, they had more than 8 games than a lot of those. So I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you're saying has never happened. But that's okay. It's no big deal. I'm just, as a content creator, all I gotta do is I gotta give you guys confidence in what I'm saying. And I gotta use historical data and facts to say, okay, well, here's my opinion and here's why I feel this way. I don't just have bad feelings for random bad feelings. If I have a bad feeling about something, it's because there's something to give me a bad feeling. It's not because I feel like I'm going to have a bad feeling. I don't do that. That's a weird way to live for me. I go off of what we've seen before and what we've heard. What I've heard is that Nintendo's got a ton of games ready to go. Like, they've got a bunch of games. That's what I've heard. What we've seen, the leaks from the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, we've seen a lot of developers, AAA developers, they've got stuff ready to go as well. And they're going to be well supported. This Japanese developers are pretty much all on board at this point. They're all excited. Literally, if you go to their their hopes and anticipation, they're all saying, I'm excited for Switch 2. We got stuff for Switch 2. So based off of all that, like, I don't know, there ain't no way to think that. There ain't no way to feel that type of way. But once again, you're allowed to feel any way that you want. This is my stream though. So in my stream, if I see something and I think that something's off based off of information, I'm going to let you guys know I think that's off based off of X, Y, and Z. That's it, man. But you are allowed to have your opinion. You are allowed to feel whatever way you want to feel. But like I said, you're going to be watching, you're going to be watching, right? Right. Let's see here. But it's all good. You don't got to be quiet, man. You don't got to be quiet. However you want to feel, you can feel whatever way you want to feel, brother. I'm just going based off of facts on what we've seen before. Nintendo's lineup is always crazy. Yeah, exactly. It's always pretty even for the Wii U launch. They had like how many games were at the Wii U launch, man? Like, they had even like that reveal, like they had a ton there, like for the launch of the system, like there was a lot. So yeah, I doubt it's only going to be 8. I think it's going to be more. Now for the launch of the system, I don't think there's going to be a ton of games for the launch. There's probably going to be like a few good games, like maybe a game or two first party, maybe a few third party games. It's not going to be a ton for launch. But throughout the rest of the year, like, yeah, if the Switch 1 had 80 games that were in development that were launching that year or into that, you think the Switch 2 is going to have less? I mean, probably not. It's probably going to be the same, if not more, because more developers are actually confident in Switch 2 compared to Switch 1. Nintendo couldn't really get a lot of developers to commit to Switch 1. Like, they got a few things here and there, but a lot of developers did not want to commit because they did not know how well it was going to sell. Switch 2, it's already lining up to be a major seller. We know what we're getting with that, right? Like, so a lot of third-party developers are more confident in Switch 2, which is why you've been hearing all the good things that they've been saying so far. Like I said, I don't think it's going to get everything, like, third-party. No, it ain't going to get everything, but there's going to be a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot. So Nintendo wouldn't come with a 60-minute show with only 8 games. That doesn't, like, what are they going to do? Like, like that doesn't even make any sense. Are they all going to be showcase games? Remember, there's sizzle reels in Direct. So are they just going to, What are they gonna do with 8 games? That doesn't even make any sense, you know. So yeah. So I'm just trying to enjoy games without controversy and conflict. I think getting caught up in all this nonsense makes gaming less fun. It does. And like, there's nothing wrong with being concerned, or there's nothing wrong with having a feeling if there's, like I said, if there's some reason to go off of that. And that's fine. Like, you're allowed to have that opinion. But based off of what we know, I don't even know where that comes from. That's all I'm trying to say. It'd be like me saying, oh, I have a bad feeling about Sony PS6. Something tells me that the graphics aren't going to be that good. It's like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, hold up. Where did you get that from, right? Like, what if I said that? Oh, man, I have a bad feeling about PS6. I don't know about the graphics, guys. I don't think it's going to be very good. I mean, sure, I'm entitled to that opinion. But where does that come from? Sony's always had good graphics. They've always prioritized having, okay, yeah, we're going to have good graphics. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't come from, like, the PS3. It doesn't come from the PS4. It doesn't come from the PS5. I mean, if it didn't happen in the last 3 generations or 4, it probably ain't gonna happen here, you know? So yeah. I'll have my bingo cartoon about DM in 20 minutes. All right, sounds good. No rush. So yeah. PS1 graphics were doo-doo. Not at the time that it came out. At the time that the PS1 came out, it was cutting edge. What was it, 93, 94? Bro, the PS1 graphics were insane when they came out. They definitely thought about graphics. Obviously, N64 was better, but Nintendo skipped the 32-bit era completely. But for that 32-bit system back then, that was great. That was good, man. That was good. So yeah. Let's see here. We play games to play them, not to worry about how pretty it is. Hey man, it is what it is. Final Fantasy 9 graphics in particular were fire. Yeah, like PS1 held its own. I mean, it was still looking kind of crusty at times, but that 32-bit system held its own. Sony completely skipped 64 bits. Like, we don't need it. You know, that 32-bit system held its own, bro. So yeah, I mean, it got crusty. It didn't look as good as some N64 games, but you can hold way more data, you know. PS1 had the best library of all time. I don't think PS1 has the best library of all time. I don't think it even has the best Sony library of all time. Like, I think PS2 has a better library, but PS1 library is very good. I think it's very good. Saga Frontier is coming out, guys. Saga Frontier, I think, is already out. It was shadow dropped. Let's see here. Doo-doo texture wobbly. Yeah, you're talking about it in the sense of 2025. Back in 1993, the graphics were great. Graphics were a priority, or they would have made a 16-bit system. They would have just made something not as powerful. They would have been like a fake 32-bit system, like a Jaguar or something like that, if the graphics weren't important. But back then, that was the GOAT of 32-bit systems. Was the PS1. Let's see here. PS1 on a CRT helped. It did. It made it look. I mean, I remember when I first saw Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I thought it looked incredible. I was like, these graphics are fantastic. That was even when N64 was out, you know? So yeah. Let's see. I remember the Blitz 2000 for the PS1 looked like the best compared to my cousin's N64 version, but that version ran slow compared to the 60 frames per second on PS1. The fact that they were able to get Blitz, to even get that game at 60 frames on the PS1 was a technical marvel. That game needs to be studied a bit more. How they get Blitz to 60 frames per second on PS1. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid on PS1 was lit. Metal Gear Solid 2, though, Sons of Liberty, completely was like, that was mind blowing. That was crazy. When I saw that, you go into the first, like, where you can shoot individual bottles, and oh my goodness, bro, like that was nuts. That was nuts. PS2 best library. PS2's library was goated. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. RE2 is great on the PS1. It looks fantastic, but let's just be real here. Compare RE2 to RE4. Look at the jump in graphics from RE2 to RE4. Remember, RE4 is on PS2, and it doesn't look as good as it does on the GameCube, but it still looks good. Look at the graphics in RE4, then look at the graphics in RE2 and RE1. the PS2's jump was insane. The jump was nutty in terms of visual fidelity. Yeah, I mean, even Code Veronica was, but RE4 looks considerably better, you know? Or even look at, like, action games. Look at, like, PS1 action games, then look at God of War 2 on the PS2. Like, crazy, right? Deported to Slim with the $2 says, you heard it here. OJ says PS6 will have bad graphics. I know, seriously. Bad graphics for the PS6. Bad. Terrible. Exactly. The success of the Switch 2 is not about feeling. The success depends on the consumer willing to buy the Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on the consumer willing to buy it, and it depends on what they have. Like, if they have games that get people to buy it, which I still feel that people don't quite understand that concept 100%, but games are what help sell systems. I mean, I kid you not. I think maybe because Xbox and PlayStation, where, like, it's just third-party games, and a lot of people just buy for third-party, so they just think, oh, well, it's just de facto. But for Nintendo, the games help sell the system. Like, that's Nintendo. You got to separate it from, like, the third party Microsoft and Sony, where they just get everything mostly. So therefore, what else does the system offer? It's already gonna get X, Y, and Z at the best quality that people want to play it at, but what else makes it different? You know, it's a little bit different with Nintendo. They don't have that aspect. You know, they have to sell to Nintendo fans. Nintendo fans do not care about, oh, you have this third-party game, that's great, but how is Mario? How is Zelda? How is Smash Brothers? You got to have all those games for the system to sell. If you don't have those games, you can have third-party. The third-party can be in good graphical quality. That doesn't mean it's going to sell. You got to impress people with the games that come out. You know, you got to impress people with the games, because that, look at the portable systems. The portable systems have always literally bodied. There hasn't been a single generation where the home console has outsold the portable system that Nintendo's had. Not the Game Boy, not the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Advance, not the DS, not the 3DS. There's not a single generation where the parallel home console has outsold the where the parallel portable has outsold the home console. So when you look at it in that type of aspect, Nintendo fans have said for decades now, we just want more. The more games, the better. Like, that's what we want. We want the great games, and we're gonna buy that. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you overall? The graphics and great that was on GameCube or N64, that's awesome, but the Game Boy Color had Pokemon. Game Boy had Pokemon. Game Boy had Kid Icarus. Game Boy had Metroid. Game Boy had all these games that the N64 did not have in terms of the main line, you know? So that's what's important at the end of the day. Now that they have a hybrid system, you don't have to pick and choose. You literally buy one, you get the home console, you also get the portable, so you get both. So they don't have to worry about portable versus home console. You just get everything. Hey, shout outs to Uncario with the 45 months. As exciting times, approximately 12 hours to go. Yes, sir. Do you think that we'll get themes? Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. Let's see here. Do you think it's going to be 4K? It'll probably output 4K, but I doubt many games will play in 4K. Because running games in 4K, it completely eats up the resources, so it'll be hard to get the frame rate to a good level. I'm about to play my first Xenoblade game was Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Any tips? I never liked RPGs too much, but as I get older, 38 years old, I find myself wanting to try more RPGs. Looks cool. Any tips? You don't play RPGs, you're probably going to be confused. So just play the game, then come back once you actually see what you're doing. Because if I just start telling you stuff right now, you're probably not going to remember, since you don't play RPGs. You're not used to them. And Xenoblade has a lot of weird little text and little things. So try it out. Try it out first. See what you and then come back and then let me know. Ask me questions once you've played it. How about that? Because there is a built-in hint system, so I don't want to mess with you once, because like they're going to be telling you things too. So just play it first and then come back if you need some tips after that. How about that? 8K on the box. 8K. Let's go. Are you buying day one, bro? What do you think, J Bro? You really think I'm? What do you think? What do you think? I'm not getting sent the Nintendo Switch. I'm not getting sent one. I'm buying day one, brother. I am buying day one. Even if I was getting sent one, I'd still try to secure my own, you know? Come on now. Come on now, brother. I'm gonna buy my own, bro. I ain't waiting on Nintendo. Nintendo ain't sending me nothing. Yeah, remap the controls. That's good too. Remapping the controls is good, but let him just get his feet wet first with playing the game, and then I'll let him know about remapping. You know? Because this time I'll wait for the OLED version. You might be waiting a while. So I don't think you really care about Nintendo first-party games. That's fine. You can play whatever you want to play. You're probably gonna be waiting a while. I don't think they're gonna be doing an OLED version anytime soon, because I think that screen for the Nintendo Switch 2 is actually gonna be like the PS Portal screen. It's actually gonna be a pretty clean screen. So I don't think that they're gonna be doing an OLED version anytime soon. Let's see here. Day one instant buy. I'll support the scalper if I have to. No, I ain't supporting no damn scalper. I ain't going that far. I'm not supporting any scalpers, but it's all good. What happened? What happened? You don't get it day. Hold up. What happened? You don't get one first day? What does that mean? How do you feel about Mario Odyssey 2? Do you think it should be a whole nother 3D Mario game? I don't think it's gonna be Mario Odyssey 2. I think it's gonna be a whole brand new concept Mario game. I think if they're gonna do Mario Odyssey 2, they could have already done it. But I don't know. It could be Mario Odyssey 2. Like it could be that as well. I wanted an OLED too, but I ain't waiting. I might be there day one. Yeah, I'm not waiting because I'm not gonna be playing the Nintendo Switch in portable mode all day. Like, I get it. Like, people play a lot in portable mode, but it ain't worth like missing out on time. You don't get that time back. Will you even be alive? Hopefully everybody here will be alive, and I'm not praying on anybody's downfall. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and wait on an experience acting like tomorrow's given. Tomorrow's never given. Everybody, I'm praying for everybody to be here 100%. I'm not wishing nothing on nobody, but I'm just saying, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So I'm not gonna sit here and potentially wait for some type of system that might or might not come and miss out on time that you never get back on enjoying games because of an OLED system. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's stupid. Like, of an OLED system that might or might not come out. Like, it ain't worth the $400 that not even $400 that I'll save, whatever, how much it ain't worth that. Like, just play and enjoy. And if an OLED system comes out, then trade it in and get your OLED system. Oh my gosh, you're out $100 or something. I get it, money can be tight, I get that, but it ain't worth the time. Your time and your experiences are more valuable than saving $100 something on a system. You see what I'm saying? Like, your time and experience is way more valuable. And at least as you get older. Now, when you're young, sure, you think you got infinite time, you think everything, you think you're untouchable. But as you get older, that time becomes way more valuable. So the good memories that we have here in stream, the good memories that we have talking, I wouldn't give it up for nothing. I wouldn't say, let's fast forward to anything. That's why, remember, and I'll get that done in just a bit, shout outs. Remember when I said the time's gonna fly right by before we get to this Switch 2 Direct? I meant that ish, man. Like, the time that we get right now, the time that we spoke about it leading up to it, I don't want to fast forward. No, hell no. Let's go through it day by day. You don't get that time back, guys. Trust me, there is a time when we're all going to be resting very nicely and we can all be good and chill. But until then, don't waste any time leading up to it. Enjoy, man. If you want something and you can, don't be sitting here waiting. It'll come out. I'm going to wait for it. Like, if you see something that's lit and you can get it, like I said, and you can get it, go out there and experience it and have fun. And like I said, if it comes to a time when the OLED Switch comes out, it's like, oh man, but I already bought one. Man, you can do all sorts of stuff, right? You can sell some games. You can hustle, do a little bit of extra work. You know what I'm saying? Use it as motivation. Like, all right, maybe I'll put in a couple extra hours. Maybe I'll sell a couple of those things that's sitting in my garage, that's been sitting there that ain't really doing nothing. I can sell those and make up the difference of what I would have spent waiting. You see what I'm saying? So use your time efficiently. Don't be sitting here waiting and not experiencing games and stuff that you might think that looks lit because you might save $100 something on an OLED. Like, that don't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Don't even make any sense. So that's just me though. Shout outs to Projo with the $1.99 and says, OJ, pray on my uprise. LOL. Shout outs, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Projo, for the 2. Like I said, listen, I used to have the same attitude when I was younger. As you get older, that attitude, you start shifting it. You know what I'm saying? No midlife crisis here, but you just start shifting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start saying, okay, well, if I can experience something now that's dope, I'm gonna experience it, I'm not gonna wait 3 years. Like, how long did it? 2017, 18, 19, 20. Wait, 4 years potentially for an OLED? Nah, hell nah. I'm good on that, bruh. I'm good on all that. 4 years to wait? Because that's how long we have to wait for an OLED Switch. So I ain't waiting 4 years to experience. That's a lot of time that I ain't never gonna get back. Jump City with the subscription, man. I appreciate it. Yo, shout out Suncario. Thank you, man. Yeah, I ain't waiting 4 years for a screen. By the way, I mean, I got an OLED TV right here. So if I really want to play OLED, I got one. I got an OLED TV. Not everybody has an OLED TV. OLED's nice. I'll keep it a buck. And like I said, I don't want to sit here and act cocky or nothing. Not everybody has the funds. You know, people need to save, and that's fine. You know, but at the end of the day, your experience, what you do when you're here, the memories and all that, those are forever. Those you're going to be like, you're going to cherish those, and those are going to help you find peace. You know what I'm saying? The last thing that you want to do is sit there and say, I'm holding out for an OLED and wait 4 years, and there's all these lit games that pass you up and say, well, I can't play it because I'm waiting for an OLED that might or might not come. That's the last thing that you want to do when it comes to gaming. If you want, like I said, if you can, then go ahead and pick it up, you know? Because there's probably going to be a lot of lit games that's going to be so much fun, and you're going to miss out on that, you know? So yeah. Save $1 a day till the OLED comes out. Yeah, you can do that. So glad I took the leap of faith and switched instead of the PS4. I played so many phenomenal games. I mean, for me, I took a leap of faith on the PS4. And I don't think it worked out for me as well as, like, outside of Persona was great. But when I bought my PS4, I wasn't really playing it too much. It was good, though. It was good, but I wasn't really playing it too much. I was not a huge fan of the 8th generation. Like, Wii U, it was great when there was games, but there was a lot of droughts. Xbox One, there just seemed to be nothing that I was super excited about on that system. There was a few things, but Fable, I love Fable. There was really no good Fable games on there. Gears, I started not really liking Gears as much, and Halo, I didn't really like Halo Guardians. Like, it wasn't really, so I didn't really love the 8th generation that much. I think 7th generation was awesome. That was great. I loved all my 360, PS3, and Wii were all great. I love the 6th generation. I love PS2. I love the original Xbox, OG Xbox, and I love GameCube. PS2 was great. But this generation with Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series, it's been a little lackluster. I think it's maybe a little bit better than the last gen, than 8th gen. I think it's better. Not even a little. I mean, if you count Switch, yeah, with Switch, it's definitely better than last gen. Way better. But it's been a little lackluster when it comes to Xbox. A little with Xbox. A lot with Xbox. A little with Sony. Not terrible, but not great. Switch has been really good. So I think I like this generation more than the last generation. Yeah, definitely this generation was better than last. Last generation I did not enjoy as much. I played the 3DS the most. That was the system that I logged the most time on, was the Nintendo 3DS. Well, with single player games. I played a lot of Smash Brothers for Wii U. But in terms of like variety and games that I was playing, it was mainly 3DS. That was what I was mainly playing on. You know? So yeah. OJ, you traded in your old OLED Switch? No, I'm gonna keep my OLED Switch. Are we getting a new Pro controller or a Pro mouse? A Pro mouse con? I think we're probably gonna get a new Pro controller. Is your wife prepared to not see you all day tomorrow? I did prepare her for that, but I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna be done in the morning. I'm not gonna stream all day tomorrow. Hey, what's up, GK? Welcome to the stream. And he says, also, what if the Switch upgrade isn't OLED? Yeah, what if the Switch upgrade isn't OLED? What if it's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout outs to the homie GK. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. Streamer shout out. He's the homie. So make sure you guys go subscribe to GK. He's probably going to have he's going to have a reaction to the event. He's not streaming it, but he's going to have a reaction to it. So make sure you guys go check out his video and his analysis vids. Hey, these vids are doing really good, GK. By the way, you should do them more often. Your video series that you got here, you've been doing pretty good. Like, I've watched them. I didn't really look at the views because I watched them right when they come out, but it's some good stuff. So yeah, do more of those. I know it takes a lot of time. I know. But yeah, they're doing. Your last 3 have been really good. So yeah. Last 4 actually. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Brian Jedi? Welcome. Are you ready for the bag that you'll collect from this Nintendo? Nintendo YouTubers eating? I don't know if there's going to be that or not. I don't really go into it thinking that. I just go into it, saying, hey, look, I'm ready to have a good stream. I'm ready to be, to be exciting, to be entertaining. And if people want to support that, that's cool. If people don't, that's also cool too. So I really don't go into it that way, man. And that's my attitude since the beginning. You can go back and watch my first streams. The same attitude was there that I had back then. And anybody that's been here, Party Man, has it ever been any different when it comes down to it? Outside of, yeah, I do some other notification, like I've done notifications to make it more exciting and hype, but it's always been the same in terms of the discussion and the talk and my attitude heading into it. Because I've been, like I said, I did this for 30 years for free, for nothing. I used to sit there and talk with my friends or talk with my brother all day for nothing. So this is what I like to do, man. I've been doing this for forever. It's been like my life thing. So I don't treat it that way. But like I said, whatever I do get, I'm appreciative, and I appreciate you guys that it makes me work even harder to make sure that I do my best on here, Shout outs to Shaw X with the $20 dono. Thank you so much, Shaw X with the $20. And he says, OJ the Juice Man. That's the Juice Man, bro. Call me the OJ, bro. I like orange juice. I found some orange juice that I can drink, boys and girls. It's the Simply Light. It still got 11 grams of sugar, but I don't drink it too much, and I water it down a bit, and I like it. I've got some orange juice that I can drink. They don't call me OJ for nothing, Juice Man. I finally found some orange juice that's okay. That's not too bad. 50 calories per serving, only 11 grams. Still a lot, but like I said, I don't drink too much. I just have a little bit in the morning. Just a little bit. So, yeah, it's all good. Let's go. Let's see, OJ, you think they'll sell a version of the Switch 2 without a dock? No. At least not here in the West. OJ, how much am I benching these days? I haven't done my max bench in 15 years. But I don't think I'm going to have 5 to 10K viewers. I don't think I've ever broken 5. I think the highest peak viewer count I've ever had is like 2 to 3,000. I've never broken 5K, and I think that there's going to be so many streamers that are streaming the event. I don't think I'm going to break 5K or 10K. I don't think so, because everyone and their mom is streaming the show, and there's a lot of streamers that are way bigger than me that are streaming the show that will probably pop up in the algorithm before mine. So I don't think so. But I'd be happy with like 1,000. Like we had 1,000 peak during the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 1. So if we can get like 1,000 or so, I'd be happy with that. I'd be fine. Let's hear Vincent with the $10 dono. What's up, Vincent? And he says, good afternoon, fam. Here comes the big surprise. This ought to be good. Let's see if we get the strong burger. We get the strong burger or the burger that's undercooked with the side of fries on it. Yes, sir. I'm all ready. LFG. Yes, sir. I'm ready. I think we're going to get a nice juicy burger. I think the burger is going to be burgering. I think it's going to be burgering. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Yo, we out here, boys and girls. We're going further beyond. We are very close to the triple platinum. The triple platinum. Let's go. Let's get it. OJ, did you get your NES day one? Nah, my dad got it from like a yard sale, like when I was little. Or back in the day. I wasn't really little, but back in the day. He just brought it home one day. He brought it home and he had Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. And my brother was there, was like, oh snap, Bugs Bunny. And we played Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle when he brought it home. When we lived in, I think we lived in Oregon at the time. Lived in Oregon, like in this little tiny condo. Like little upstairs, little brown carpet. I was young, but I remember it. Brown carpet, upstairs. And I remember my brother just like, we would mess around. He would pick me up by like my shirt. Or he'd pick me up and like just say, come on, let's go. And he'd pick me up and take me up the stairs. And then we would sit me down and I'd sit on the ground. And we had this little ghetto silver TV with antennas. And we would hook up the NES to that. And I'd watch him play. I was so bad at games. So whenever I play, I just get bopped. But we would play that. And I think it came with Mario. Obviously, the original Mario and Duck Hunt. But we played Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle a lot. But yeah, I just remember my dad coming home with the NES like, here's an NES. And we were like, ooh. We were like, ah, woo. We were just like, our eyes got all lit up. We're like, wow, an NES, you know? So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Do you think the Counter-Strike 2 will head to the Switch 2 since they got a mouse mode? No. No, there'd be 5K plus people here tomorrow. I don't think so, but if there is, that'd be great. Will there be one more thing at this direct? There's always one more thing. At every direct, I don't remember a direct where there wasn't a one more, like a big direct that there wasn't a one more thing. So I don't know what the one more thing will be. For the Switch 1 presentation, the one more thing was, here's the release date for Zelda. Because remember, even though we knew, like they announced that Zelda was, like the Switch 1 was launching on March 3rd, 2017, they did not know, or we did not know when Zelda was launching. They did not say beforehand at any point that Zelda was a launch title. Now, you could have made some conclusions that it could be, and people were guessing, but we didn't know that Zelda was a launch title. So the one more thing was the fact that Zelda was coming day and date with the system, which was good enough for everybody, you know? We have one more thing. New Mario. One more thing. I think if there's a one more thing, it might be Monolith Soft's tease of Monolith Soft's new title. I know it won't be an announcement per se, but what do you think the battery life will be like? Oh, the battery life, GK? I think it'll probably be very similar to the vanilla Switch 1. So the vanilla Switch 1, if you want to get my attention, also tag me too. I might be able to, sorry, I think you already wrote that, GK. I don't mean to make you type multiple times, but I didn't see it the first time. Yeah, I think it's going to be like the vanilla Switch 1, like 3 hours. I think that's about 3 hours or so for it. So yeah. Fire Emblem 4 houses instead of 3. Do you think we're going to get different versions of SKUs like the Wii U black and white? I don't think so, but we could. But we did get different versions of SKUs for the Nintendo Switch 1. The Nintendo Switch 1, we had a red and blue SKU, then we also had all like black or gray SKU. So I mean, it could be like that. But if you mean like actual different SKUs in terms of system like memory or color, like with the base system, I don't think so. I don't think so. But it could be like the Switch 1. Like, I don't think they're gonna put more memory in one Switch over the other like the Wii U. The Wii U, the white had 8 gigabytes, the black had 32 gigabytes, you know, in terms of the system. So I don't think they're gonna do that, no. The Portis is Sling with the $2 dono says, one more thing, DSP is the new NOA president. Expect Nintendo of America to go out of business if he was the NOA president. Expect them to go out of business. Out of business if he was the president. Because, you know, you don't know what the heck he's doing. You don't know what he's doing. It's crazy, a lot of Switch 2 stuff leaked except the game lineup. Yeah, you can't even really rely upon everything. With a lot of those leaks were like, not so sure about that. But yeah, I mean, games are hard to leak. It's easier to leak a system when it's mass produced. Somebody can just jack it off the factory line. Well, it's not easy to do that because there's cameras, but it's, you know, different countries, stuff like that. But games, you can lock games down way more, you know. DSP still relevant in a locale sense, yeah. You think there'll be Elden Ring port? It's possible for Elden Ring. I'm trying to think of other title ID I'd be hyped for. Astral Chain 2 would be awesome. Astral Chain 2 would be great. It'd be great. Let's see here. They can jack the systems off of the factory line sometimes. That's how you get these leaks, you know. So they can just like steal them. What do you think will be the game that sells the mouse features? We had the Wii Sports, Wii U had Nintendo Land. Which Switch? What had 1-2 Switch? I don't know, because like even with the Switch 1-2 Switch was there, but that's not what sold the Switch. What sold the Switch was Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was just a normal game. Like, the Joy-Cons weren't even like a thing, right? But if there was a game, I don't know. It could be Splatoon, or it could be Metroid Prime 4. Those are 2 games that would be pretty good with the mouse mode. Some people are saying Mario Paint, but I mean, in terms of what could be more likely, like I don't know if Mario Paint's gonna be a thing, but Splatoon 4 is probably gonna be a thing, and Metroid Prime 4 is already a thing. So I think mouse mode for that would be a pretty good selling point. So yeah. Let's see, Switch Play, let's go. Switch Play. One more thing, Super Smash Bros. Legends coming 20... Super Smash Bros. Legends is back. Party Man with the Smash Legends. Oh my gosh. Smash. Good question though, Brian. Good question. Smash Legends. Super Smash Legends. I haven't seen anyone talk about the mouse mode for Star Fox. Star Fox mouse mode could be really cool too. Star Fox is just that nobody's talking about Star Fox because Star Fox just, you know, it's Star Fox. They haven't made one in a while. But yeah, Star Fox mouse mode would be really good. Kid Icarus mouse mode would be really good. So yeah. I'm telling you, that's the name. Super Smash. Listen, if Sakurai, listen, Party Man, if Sakurai calls it Super Smash Bros. Legends, I'm buying you a copy. I'm buying you a copy. 100% buying you a copy. Copy on me, Party Man. I'll probably buy you a copy anyway, but I'll buy you a copy on me if that's the case. How about that? So yeah, Wii Sports was lightning in the bottle, but we're past those times. It's time to innovate. I think the innovation with gaming comes from the games itself. Like, a lot of games can do innovative things when you play them. So I think that's where Nintendo's going to innovate, is going to be the games at the end of the day. Like, gimmicks are gimmicks. You know, mouse mode, gimmick. Wii was a gimmick. Lots of stuffs are gimmicks. But at the end of the day, what do you want to see? You want to see really fun games that take advantage of the features, but also are fun and have innovative, cool gameplay ideas. Like Split Fiction, for example. Really cool game, innovative gameplay ideas built into it. That's the type of stuff that's really cool. Same thing goes for Nintendo's games. Splatoon, really cool, innovative features built into it when it first came out in 2015. Obviously, Mario Odyssey with Cappy possessing enemies and using that to, you know, go through levels and things like that. That stuff's innovative, fun gameplay. So that's what's going to be the focus probably tomorrow. Fun gameplay, in addition to new ideas within those games for the franchises. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 shown. I don't know about Metroid Prime 2 and 3, but we'll see. I don't want to see Smash character discussion online again. Oh, it's happening, GK. Get ready. Hold on to your butts. Get ready. Smash Discourse will be back tomorrow. You will see if they even hint, if Sakurai even sneezes, if Sakurai says a single thing, all of a sudden, Lord Sakurai, I want Wario. Or Wario's like, I want Waluigi. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Sakurai can't even say that he likes something. Says, oh, I've been playing PS5. Is there gonna be a PS5 as a character reveal? Like Rob? Remember how Rob was in the game, so are they gonna have hardware like the PS5? Yo, Ben's 10 with the jowl.
Hello OJ and everyone. Hope Hades 2 announce a Switch release date.
Ooh, I forgot about Hades 2. I played it on early access PC, but I just don't like PC gaming. I'll probably play it on Switch and enjoy it more. I played it on Steam Deck, and I'm like, this is Steam Deck, bro. This is. I just don't. They got these big old trackpads. I just don't like PC. I don't know. Like I said, PC's not bad. PC's actually goated, right? PC's goated. PC's great, but I don't like playing on there. I just don't like it. I feel like I'm working sometimes. I feel like, because I'm at this desk and then I just go straight from here to, okay, well, let me just play on it. Like, I don't feel like playing anything on PC. I really don't. It's just not for me. If I didn't do this job, I probably feel like I'd probably play on PC more. If I'm not at a desk 24/7 or looking at these monitors, like, I probably would be like, all right, cool, more PC. But and I don't want to make a box and like hook it up to my TV, because PC's hooked up to a TV. It's still weird. It don't operate like a console. I mean, you can tweak it to get it to like boot up in like Steam, big picture, but like, no, nah. So I don't know. I have Hades, but it would be dope if it was on Switch too. I'd probably play it and enjoy it on there, you know. But I'm just not a PC guy, you know. I'm just not. It's just, and I've tried too, bro. I remember I played The Darkness on PC. Darkness. I played on. I was like, yeah, PC. You know. I think deep down inside, I was like, why did I waste 12 hours playing that? I wasted 12 hours. I go on my Steam right now, bro. I said, bro, I wasted 12 hours of my life. It's okay. I probably should have never even played the game, but it seemed like it was a cool. It ran on PC. It was a cool game on PC. It ran good on PC at the time. Instead of getting it on PS3 360, I was like, oh, run to 60 frames on PC. Let me get it there. Yeah, you know, like, and I played it and I was like, yeah. BioShock Infinite too. Y'all can go. I'm not capping. Y'all think I'm capping right now? Some of y'all think I'm capping right now. All right, go back and watch my BioShock gameplay. There was a time period where I was trying. And I was acting like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was fun. Like, BioShock Infinite was fun on PC. But I'll never do that ish again. And I have a whole playthrough A whole playthrough of Bioshock Infinite on PC on this channel. On this very channel.
Buy
Super
me a
Christian
copy
World.
to OJ of Smash Legends. Tears of Joy.
Buy you a copy too? Okay. But Party Man was the originator of that. So listen, Christian Me World, I got you, fam. I got you for something else, maybe. Maybe for something else. But you can't steal Party Man's, like, you can't steal Party Man's thing right now, bro. You can't steal it. JoJo Boys in the house. Let's go combo burger. Even further beyond. Let's go. JoJo's out here. 91. Yo, 291. We're almost at that triple platinum. Can we go? Yo, let's go. Shout outs. Steam Deck. My Steam Deck been in this case, bro. I don't think I'm ever gonna. I'm probably gonna wipe it and sell it, bro. I'm probably gonna wipe it and sell it. I probably am. The Steam Deck OLED, it's just not for me. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna wipe it and sell it, man. Because it's just sitting there. There ain't no reason for me to have it. I don't want to play any emulation on there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about playing Metroid Prime on there. Like I don't care, man. You know, like for playing playing indie. I don't want to. I'm done. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I've been saying that now for like a month or 2 months, but yeah, I'm good. Bioshock Infinite's great. Nah, PC's great though. PC's great, man. I know, it's good. One more thing. How do you think Nintendo's gonna handle performance upgrades for Switch 1 and stuff? I think that they're probably going to just say, if you play a Nintendo Switch 1 game on Nintendo Switch 2, if it supports enhanced gameplay, then it'll be a Nintendo Switch 2 edition game. So I think they're gonna frame it that way. Like they'll touch on it briefly, you know. Shout outs to Ben's 10. Ben's my boy. Shout outs, dude. Yeah, Hades would be great, man. Thank you for the JoJo's, guys. JoJo's coming in. Let's go. Shout outs to GK, man. I hope you have a good day, brother. Me's making a return now, getting some Switch Sports Resort, Switch Party, Switch, the whole gauntlet, says Damage Controlling Fanboy. Super Christian Move with the $1.99 says, okay then, Fire Emblem Holy War if it's real. No, you don't get that one either, Christian. You don't get, Christian, you're picking things that has already been established by elite ninjas in this village. You cannot ad hoc off of us. You cannot steal from us in that type of way. No, Christian, you gotta think of something else, you know? Give me the name. If there's a Kid Icarus, give me the name of the new Kid Icarus game. Give me the name. One name. You don't gotta donate again, Christian. Give me one name. Yo, CyberTaurus with the Zhao.
Triple platinum. Also, bingo card in your DM. It's a little crusty, but it's also my first.
We out here. Yo, triple platinum. Yo, we out here. The bingo card. The bingo card. Yo, I'm dancing for the bingo card, baby. Let's go. I want to see that bingo card. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yo, triple platinum. Let's go. Also, big love to CyberTaurus. I think you're back on the top with the 65. Let's go. Buffering. Oh, did I accidentally end the stream? No, I'm good. I didn't accidentally end the stream. Hold up. Am I buffering? Am I McBuffering? No, I don't think I'm buffering. I might have been buffering. If I'm buffering, I'm going to tell. Stop buffering, YouTube. I command you. Stop buffering. Stop it. Let me play this notification while we're at it, too. Triple platinum for all you punks here in the chat. Let's go. The torque. It's the forward torque. It's the forward torque. Not the backwards. It's the forward torque like that. No picture? All right, hold up. Can you guys hear me? We good now? All right, cool. Yeah, I refreshed I refreshed my thing, but we good now? All right, cool. Yo, Aries. EMS with the 5 gifted members. Hey, yo, thank you so much, Aries. EMS. Aries, let's go, man. Shout out. Thank you so much, Aries. EMS with the 5 gifted. Joey M, FC, Valerio, Rescue Squad. The true Naruto fan. Hey, yo, let's go. Shout outs, man. Rigged. Unsubscribed. Yo, we out here. I'm sorry, it's rigged. It's McRigged. Like McDonald's. Like those Big Macs, those Burger King. Let's go. All right. Oh, okay, here's the bingo card. Let me see the bingo. Oh, this is not a bad bingo card. I buffered for a second. Yo, shout out to Aries. You guys give Aries some love. Aries. EMS. All right, yeah, we got the bingo card. We got C button functionality explained. Metroid launch title, Donkey Kong, Zelda remaster, Monolith soft, Splatoon 4, new Smash Bros, new eShop, NSO price increase. Just be NSO, anything NSO, right? 4K while docked, new Pro Controller, Mario Kart, free one, June launch, FF7 remake, Castlevania, duh, Joy-Con mouse game, Dragon Quest 12, new 3D Mario. This is not bad. New 3D Mario, Chrono Trigger, Switch 1 games enhanced. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, you do got a separate square for NSO. Okay, Metaphor Refantasio, 64 gigabytes to 128 gigabyte storage. I think it might have been leaked, or there might have been like 200. Was it 240 or was it 128 that was leaked? I forgot what they said what it was. Elden Ring. This is actually a pretty good one. This is not a bad bingo card. We're gonna use this bingo card, and we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it. Let's go. We gotta give some. You guys give some love to CyberTaurus. This was a pretty lit bingo card. Also, give some love to my man Aries EMS as well with the 5. My man's gifting every single day, man. I appreciate the gifts. I don't appreciate that popping up again. It shouldn't have popped up again. Kid Icarus Renaissance, cool. Okay. I see you. I see. Kid Icarus Renaissance. You guys give me your best names for potential sequels that are coming out. I can't guarantee that everybody will get a copy if you do, but Kid Icarus Renaissance. I like that name. I don't know why I like that name, but I like that name. Kid Icarus Renaissance Fair. That's not gonna be the name. It's not gonna be the name. Kid Icarus Renaissance. What's another word for uprising? What's another word for uprising? It says, man, they need 1 terabyte. The way games are now, not all games on Switch 2 are going to be the same size they are on Xbox and PlayStation. So no, not necessarily. So for example, Doom on Nintendo Switch is not the same size as Doom on the PS4, or The Witcher on Switch is not the same size as The Witcher PS5 or Xbox Series. So not necessarily. Also, another thing, when it comes down to file size and things like that, compression and certain things in terms of building on ARM architecture compared to x86 is also different. So file sizes could be smaller, especially with the technology that Nintendo's using, which they patent some technology that does reduce the file size. DLSS will also make it to potentially where you don't have to have like 4K textures and file sizes like that, and you can do it simulated. So you also have to keep that in mind. There's not going to be a 1 terabyte standard because that's insane to do that. There's going to be expandable memory. So if you want 1 terabyte, then you can simply buy an SD card that'll get you 1 terabyte. One of the things that people did with the Switch 1 was say, oh my God, there's not enough space. And I was like, well, you can just buy a memory card. People are like, no! You know, and I was just like, okay, well, we'll see what people do. And what did people do? They just bought memory cards. So if you need more than 128, which you probably will, or whatever the case is, you can just buy a memory card and you can store your games on there, or whatever the case is, Express SD or whatever. So if you need more memory, then memory card will be it. But we need to wait and see exactly. Chances are the file sizes aren't the same size as they are on Xbox and PlayStation. Chances are, but we will see. We will see. Not even all phones have 1 terabyte. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna put 1 terabyte standard. That's too expensive for the flash memory. Flash memory is really expensive. There's no way in heck Nintendo's gonna put a terabyte in there and it be any type of standard or decent price. Most of you guys would be like, no, don't give me the terabyte, give me a low. If that means it's gonna be like $600, I mean, look at Steam Deck. If you want 512 gigabytes with Steam Deck, how much are you paying for that? Right, you're paying like, I think $550 for a Steam Deck OLED. And if you want a terabyte of data, you're paying for it's 600 something. So there's no way that they're gonna go with the 1 terabyte, flash memory, that expensive flash memory. There's no way, because it's going to be fast, like SSD like flash memory, like in terms of from the rumor or leaks, right? So we can't say it's 100%, but based off of that, it's going to be fast flash NAND memory that's going to be able to load quickly. That memory's not cheap. 1 terabyte of that, no way. Ain't no way. That system's going to cost like $700 or something like that. So I doubt it. So they're probably going to do like, 256 or something like that. And then if you want more, buy an SD card. Hidden cost. There you go. Let's see. OJ, is your digital collection huge? Kinda, because Nintendo always gifts me games or gives me games for reviews, and so do other publishers. So yeah, I got a lot. Kid Icarus, Exodus, Donkey Kong World, sequel to Jet Grind Radio. Yeah. Jet Radio Future. Kid Icarus Renaissance. Are Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo gonna be in the game? Maybe. Kid Icarus again. That reminds me of that. What was it? Like Kirby right back at you? That reminds me of some like title like that. Some type of like sitcom. Like don't have a cow, man. Like some type of sitcom saying from like the neighborhood troublemaker. or like believe it, like Naruto or something like that, or Databayo. Reminds me of like Kid Icarus again. Like when he first jumped, like sorry to keep you waiting. Like when he first with Kid Icarus Uprising. Kid Icarus, sorry to keep you waiting for a decade. How about that? That's the name. New Bloody Roar game? Nah, probably not. But that'd be cool. I wouldn't play it, but it'd be cool. Let's see here. Yo, Dig, what's up, Dig? Says, do you think it's time for Nintendo to reveal the new IP that Monolith Soft has been working since 2017? I don't think it's been since 2017. I don't think so. I think they really kind of got going in maybe like 2021 or 2020 or 2021. That recruitment, I don't think that was for a new IP. That's I think you're talking about like that art that you saw. That was for like Xenoblade Definitive Edition or Xenoblade X. That was, and like Xenoblade 3. That wasn't for this new RPG. The recruit, like this new one. That wasn't for that. So I don't think it's been in development since 2017. I think it's been in development since like 2021 or so. Not 2017, no. Because there's no way that it was in development. Takahashi Team 1, they did Xenoblade Chronicles 3. They did that game. So there's no way that they had a new IP in development and also have the staff to do Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and that new game at the same time. There's no way. Unless it was a small strike team. But it wasn't. They had all their goats working on Xenoblade 3. They had all their goats working on Xenoblade 3. So there's no way. Monolith Soft is a support studio for the Legend of Zelda games, yes. Well, some of the Zelda games, not all of them, but some of them. Adult Icarus instead of Teenage Icarus. Kid Icarus's kid. The next generation. Xenosaga Remake. Well, that'd be Bandai Namco would be on that one. Bandai Namco on the case. So maybe we get something from Bandai Namco. ARMS, Electric Boogaloo. The Electric Boogaloo never stops. The grind never stops. The Boogaloo never stops. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, Star Fox Resurrection. Star Fox Resurrection. Let's go. Didn't Square Soft do the originals? No, Squaresoft did Xenogears. They did one game. That was Squaresoft, but that was actually Monolith Soft. That was Monolith Soft at the core within Square Enix or Squaresoft. And they pitched that to actually be a Final Fantasy game. The higher ups at Squaresoft said no, it's not a Final Fantasy game. So then they said, okay, well, we'll make a different game. So then they made Xenogears. So then after that, they had different aspirations of what they wanted to do. So then they split off and took a number of people that worked on Xenogears with them. And I actually got a video coming up. I got some interesting information to talk about that. But anyway, why Monolith Soft is so good at what they do, 3D development and all that. So they split off, and then they did they on their own and made Monolith Soft. And then they did Xenosaga, and that was from Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco picked up the tab for Xenosaga and made a trilogy of that. Then after that, then they were purchased by Nintendo. Well, in between that, Nintendo worked with them to do, and Bandai Namco to do, what was it? Oh gosh, Bots and Kaitos. There you go. I had a brain fart. Bots and Kaitos. And then after that, Nintendo purchased them because like, hey, we want to have, you know, an RPG studio because we're lacking a good RPG studio. So that's what happened. I'm just glad nothing leaked for tomorrow. Nothing leaked, baby. Star Fox Resurrection. Star Fox. Hey, by the way, guys, I've got a bunch of Smash community people coming at my throat for what I said on Twitter. Did you guys see what I said on Twitter? Let me show you guys what I said on Twitter. And I got a lot of these guys coming after me. Well, not a lot, just some people saying, who are you? And how dare you say this? And you're not part of the, like, all this other nonsense. Check this out, guys. I hate to bring drama into it, but I got to. I didn't think this tweet would get bigger than what it got, but apparently it got big. I said right here on this tweet, because there was a young man that passed away that was part of the Smash scene, and he was done dirty by the Smash community in general. They unfairly banned him for a weird amount of time. It drove him somewhat mentally, you know, maybe not as well as it could have been. His mental health and his mood deteriorated. They did a lot of things. I'm collecting information behind the scenes. They did a lot of things psychologically to this young man named Hacks. I'm collecting information, and I'll be working with other content creators to gather that information because they're starting to scrub it. NYC Melee is starting to lock down documents where they talked about Hacks, scrub information, delete profiles. They're starting to try to remove evidence from the internet about what happened with Hacks and the ban that Hacks had. So let's just say there's a dedicated group of people that won't allow them to do that, and we're working behind the scenes. Now, it might take a while to get this video out. Obviously, Switch 2 stuff is going to take precedence, but as soon as I'm done with Switch 2 stuff and it kind of calms down a little bit, I will turn my attention in my free time, not even my regular work time. I will turn my free time into working on this with other content creators and getting the full story out about this. But I'm definitely going to wait for Technical's lead. You know, I'm going to wait for Technical's lead on that one. But yeah, there are people, and I'm not just saying just Technicals. Obviously, we know Technicals is going to work on a video, but there are people that are gathering information as they're starting to scrub stuff. The original document that they even used to ban Hacks is no longer available publicly. They've locked that down to where they won't allow anybody to look at that at all, which why, if you feel that it was a just ban and all that, why would you lock that document down? So they're starting to do that. Also, they got community noted, I think too. I think they got community noted when they tried to put up the the memorial for him, in memorial of him. They got community noted saying, what the heck? How that community note disappeared? Why did it disappear? Hold up. It says this is the same community that took over his tournament scene, banned him for life and all that. So they did get community noted, but they also locked it down to where nobody else can reply. But they did get community noted on that one. I don't know why it's removing the community note, but either way, yeah, they stole his series. He made a series called Hacks' Nightclub. They stole his tournament series. They banned him from the event. And then, and they also, like I said, then they left them out to dry. They took the name, they took the tournament series, and they left them out to dry. And I also have other information of other things that they did to him behind the scenes that I'm not going to mention right now because I'm still working on it. But yeah, but anyway, a lot of these Smash dudes started coming because apparently this got some. I'm getting quote tweeted 50 times, so you already know who's at fault with that. People that are, it's not that bad. Most people are hitting the like button, but yeah. But anyway, I'm letting you guys know I'm working on that, but I got to get the Switch 2 stuff done. But either way, yeah, we working on that as well. We working on that too. So just a lot of things that are going. Shout outs to Hacks, man. Rest in peace, brother. I hope everything's good for you. In the next situation, next life. And it's very unfortunate what happened to Hacks. Very, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But I'm working on that too. So I got a bunch of Smash people down my neck on Twitter saying, who are you? You're a nobody. Your stream does nothing. You're this, you're that, whatever. So hold up. For some reason, it's deleting it. So I want to screenshot it so I can keep the screenshot of that community note. So anyway, but yeah. That's that. Let's see. Xenogenesis is the new Xeno. Party man, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Xenogenesis. Oh man, you are not wrong. Smash community is trash. The Smash community is trash. I've had it. I mean, I've already had it up to here with them, but now this is like for real. I've had it up to here with them to the point where I'm gonna make like a video and petition Nintendo, taking down that, like literally cease and desisting. I've never called for Nintendo to cease and desist anything because that's obviously people, fighting the little man. People hate that. But if there's anything that Nintendo ever needed to cease and desist, is NYC Melee. If there was anything that Nintendo ever needed to, outside of the obvious stuff, it's NYC Melee. They should not allow them to run that tournament series. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, humble and honest opinion, they should not allow it. No, they shouldn't. Nintendo should ban them. But looks like it's getting a little bit of traction, but I'll wait for my video and wait for other people to do some videos and stuff. Shout outs to Judson Clark. Thank you for the subscription as well. Appreciate that. Fat Icarus on Disappointing Wings. So many weirdos defending this terrible community, especially Hungrybox, especially that HOD weirdo, and he's mental checked. Hungrybox, I don't know if Hungrybox is defending the community. What Hungrybox is doing is that he's straddling the line, and he straddled the line so hard to his friend it makes it look like he left his friend out for cold. Because he says that he's a good friend with Hacks. He went to go see him. You didn't give one public endorsement of Hacks. Yeah, you let him play in your Coinbox series, okay, but you never gave one public endorsement of his character or how sane he was, or if anything like that. Hungrybox is one of the biggest names in Smash Brothers. All Hungrybox had to do was go talk to Hacks and say, hey man, how you feeling? What's going on here? If Hungrybox would have gave one public endorsement, especially after Smash Factor, where Hacks was there in Mexico, they played. Hacks had no problems. There was no mental issues. There was no breakdowns. There was no asking for anything. He went there, played. He was good. He was on his best behavior. This man's 30 years old, bro. This man's almost 30. Like, we don't need to be treating him like a little child. Like, the fact that they're sitting there and trying to dictate every single aspect of his life and what he can say and what he can't say is absolutely ridiculous when it comes down to playing a video game in Smash Brothers that he spent almost his whole life doing at this point since he was a kid. So for the fact that with Hacks, at least, for the fact that Hungrybox couldn't give one public endorsement after Smash Factor, to me, how much of a friend are you? Like, sure, you guys were friends, but if that was me, I'd be feeling betrayed right now. Imagine if your passion was creating, like my passion's creating content, right? And let's say I got banned from YouTube for creating content. Party Man is one of my good friends on this platform. A lot of you guys, you guys come through. Imagine if I would hope that the people that are my good friends or acquaintances would stick up for me, right? Publicly, not privately, not going to my house and saying, hey, I hope you're okay with your banning. Publicly stick up for me to help reverse the decision. How can you sit there and say that you're a good friend with someone, that they meant so much to you, and you know how bad this ban is hurting them, and you know that the ban is unfair because you've been attacked by that same person? You know how bad Leffen is. Hungrybox has been attacked by Leffen as well. The fact that you couldn't give one public endorsement to this man, that's not a great friend. I don't care what anybody says. That's not a friend. That's not a great friend. That's not a great friend. I don't care what they've been through before in the past. He needed you right then and there. That's when he needed you. I am not as close with Hacks as Hungrybox apparently was with Hacks as friends. I gave Hacks a public endorsement, and I don't even know Hacks like that. I only got to know Hacks. I knew him only from, separated. I got to know Hacks to try to help him get unbanned. That's the only reason why I really reached out to Hacks. I knew who he was because I watched Smash Brothers Melee tournament, so I knew of him, but I only became to know him and talk to him so I can help him get unbanned. So me, someone who hasn't known him, compared to someone like Hungrybox who's known him for a decade plus, who looked like the better friend here? I'm trying to help him get unbanned because being unbanned would help his mental. Hungrybox did nothing publicly to help him. Did nothing publicly to give him an endorsement because everyone was self-diagnosing him and saying that he was crazy online. If Hungrybox comes out and says, hey, look, I've spoken to him. He's not crazy. The man just loves Melee. He deserves a second chance. Leffen's been given many second chances. He deserves a second chance. That's all he needed to say to help shift the public perception. And he wouldn't even do that. So to sit here and see all these people now come out and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, rest in peace, and all of this, and oh my gosh, you were this, and I miss you. It's like, wait a minute. We needed that when he was alive. We needed that with Hacks when he was alive, not after he passes away. What are you sitting here saying, oh, no, and now you want to talk about him? Where was this when he needed you? So I don't care what they did, but that, to me, that's the worst thing ever. I don't care what happened before in the past. If I was desperately in need, if I was banned, I would want you guys, especially the people that have been here or people that I've met IRL that I consider a friend like Party Man. I would want Party Man to say something for me. Even if the banning was just, I would still want someone to stick up for me, a friend of mine. The fact that people with big names like I would expect John or somebody or RZT to come to my defense. If I got banned from YouTube and I did a long-term ban, I would expect someone to come to my defense that I know that I consider. I would expect RGT or Click or John or someone to come to my defense. The fact that his so-called good friends that he met through Smash Brothers didn't come to his defense online publicly. How good of a friend are you? You know what that was killing him. You know that was killing him. I'm sorry. That's not a friend to me. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. In my opinion. If that was your blood brother, would you stay silent? If that was your blood brother or blood sister or blood family, would he have stayed silent? Do you think if that was your actual family, would you have stayed silent? Of course not. They would have all said something. You can't sit there and say it's like family, it's like friends, or it's like family, we're close, the Smash community is closer. Nah, fam. No, it's a joke. It's a fraud. Y'all ain't close. We didn't get one public endorsement from any of the top biggest players. They called him crazy. They called him crazy, mentally unstable, Zayn and all these guys. They all called him crazy. Talking about rest in peace, talking about this, talking about, oh, I remember this. Man, y'all all a bunch of frauds, performative frauds. Every last one of you. Every last one of you. Can't even give this man a public endorsement calling him crazy. Yeah, maybe he went crazy because of the way he's being treated. Who wouldn't go crazy in this stupid community? This stupid Smash, that ain't a real community, bro. Talking about we were friends. What friends? When he needed you the most. You chose the dollar over his life. When he needed you. Now, if you, Mewtwo King, which is actually his real friend, publicly came out and shared videos and said he shouldn't be banned. That's a real friend. A real friend is there for their friends in time of need. Publicly. Not just privately, especially when it deals with the public and public safety, because apparently Hacks is a danger to people. So if it deals with public safety at events, you need to be public about it. Now, if it's a hidden problem that nobody knows about, then you can be hidden about it. But if it's a public banning and a public, hey, this guy is a threat to Leffen or whatever the case is, he needs support saying that he's not. Not people going behind the scenes and, no, we need public support. That's not a friend. That's how bad the Smash community is. They don't even know what friends are. They don't even know what friends are. That's not a friend. I don't care what anybody says. You need to be there at his time of need when he was alive. That's his time of need. No, I didn't mean why people are defending Hungrybox, saying you, praying in a moment of silence, his friend responding with this BS, but he's not really, yeah. Shoutouts to Mario S with the 30 H&L. Hi, OJ. I want to wish you a better Switch 2 season. Yes, sir. Switch 2 season is among us. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 30. I think it's like $2 or so. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Mario. Let's go. Zane legit ran from EE stream when asked about hacks. Yeah, but then you saw how he called me out too, right? I don't think I tagged Zane. Or did I? I don't think I tagged him. He quote tweeted me without a tag. He quote tweeted me and self-diagnosed hacks on Twitter. You can't look me in the eye and say he's not mentally this and that. He self-diagnosed him right there. So he fed into the logic of hacks is dangerous, hacks is unstable, hacks can't be, he shouldn't be unbanned, hacks is, like, Zane's fed into that. Then had the nerve to sit there and put up some talk about, oh, when we, man, shut up, bro. 2020, bro, shut up. Like, Zane's a fraud, dude. Complete fraud. Yeah, I don't think I tagged him. I just said Zane didn't, and like Zane saw that, which I think people, it was getting likes, so people obviously showed Zane. And like, listen, Zane's allowed to respond, you know, but this is my, when I interact with a lot of these top players, these guys are morons, bro. Every interaction with a lot of these top Melee players, these guys are nuts. Like, Mewtwo King's cool. He's kind of zany in his own right. But these guys have screws loose, and I don't mean that in literally like diagnosing them, but their cult community is crazy, bro. Like, I ain't had one good interaction with the freaking top Melee player. Like, they're all so egotistical because they can play, because they can move their fingers fast and wave dash. Also egotistical, all of them. But whatever, you know. Well, with how NL treated you, I mean, even though plenty of YouTubers were on your side, aside from Nintendo Prime and Rogers Base, none of them publicly supported you. I didn't need public support for something like that. I'm not banned from doing anything. So, I didn't really need any public support from that. That wasn't something that I was asking or needing for public support. Now, if I would have made a bigger deal about it, like made a video, and then also put up something like on Twitter and hammered it home, then maybe I think we would have had more people saying something. But like, Gene Park also publicly supported me on there, and like I had a lot of people like my comment, like when I did bring it up, like on Twitter at least. So, but I didn't really need anybody to come out and say anything. Like, it wasn't their bit. Like, I can handle my own, you know, because like I wasn't banned from anything. Now, if Nintendo Life actually like copyright striked me, oh, all hell would break loose. I would definitely be saying like, yo, like, what's up with this, you know? And I'd probably be looking for more support with that. But I would fight it. I would definitely fight it. Yeah, there wasn't really any need for anybody to come out. I can handle my own on that one. Like, I'm not scared of Nintendo Life. I don't care how many subscribers Nintendo Life has. I don't care who works for them. Nobody's scared of Nintendo Life. Or at least I'm not scared of Nintendo Life. I don't need anybody to help me. Hacks desperately need that. My comparison. Hacks was banned from publicly going to events. He desperately needed his friends to help him at that time. He desperately needed people publicly, top players, to endorse him. And I don't recall a single top player endorsing him. So that's what he needed at the time, you know? Let's see here. When you got a lifetime of gaslighting yourself that you don't need a girlfriend, you'd be a weirdo too. Oh man, I don't know if Hacks ever had one, to be honest, man. But yeah, some of them do, but yeah. You have to be at least a little insane to play the same game 10 hours a day for 20 years. Yeah, gotta be a little bit. Little bit. Did you hear about the Pop the Balloon getting a Netflix deal? I did hear about that. Good for her. The main dude at Nintendo Life looks like he couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Probably not. But yeah, that situation's over with. But no, I didn't need any. I wasn't looking for, nor did I need any big public support. I had my streams. I can hold my own. I can take care of myself, you know? So there was no need for that. Alright, so wait, what did Nintendo Life do? I made a video on Xenoblade Chronicles X talking about the game from the previews, and I used a number of minutes of footage from their preview, but I was talking over it. I covered up their what's it called? Their stupid watermark for like a couple seconds when in a comparison between the Switch and the Wii U version, and they got really upset that I did that. That I used their footage without asking them. They said that they don't allow it, but It wasn't the fact that they didn't want me to use the footage. It was how they came at me was the problem. They came at me in a very, I would say, pissy type of way. They said stuff like, I'm gonna chalk this one up to inexperience. Like, we don't allow people to use it. You know, this is they said this is unacceptable. Like, they lectured me. Like, the first email it went from like being cool to lecturing me. And like, it felt like maybe if we were in the same room, he'd be yelling at me or he'd be talking to me sternly. And I'm not gonna take that disrespect from them. Who the hell are they? Don't talk to me that type of way. You know, so it was the way that they came at me, because like, if you say that is unacceptable, you don't talk to another content creator like that. Over a content issue, you just reach out nice. You just say, yo man, like, you know, I heard that some people were saying that you use some of our footage. Like, it would be cool next time, yo, shoot us a little quick email beforehand, you know, and it'd be dope. Like, just so we know that what's going on, you know, and that'd be cool. You know, I'd appreciate that. That's all you got to do. If he just said it like that, it would have been cool. I'd be like, all right, hey, my bad, man. I didn't know you guys were like that. It's all good. Next time, I probably won't even use your footage at all. I'll just use something else, you know? I would have never even brought it up. But it was how they came at me. It was the way that they came at me, which got me like, hold up. Talk about, this is unacceptable. You know, we don't allow people to, like, bro, we don't allow what? It's fair use. Ain't nobody coming to my video to see your crusty level 4 gameplay. What are you talking about, bro? Like, so it was the way that they came at me about it. Like, it was fair use. They wouldn't admit it was fair use to the very end. And like I said, it wasn't just one guy. There was somebody else. It was a long email chain. I got live streams. So if you just look up Nintendo Life on my live streams, you'll look up this. Watch the second one. I went over the emails bit by bit. So if you want all the tea, it's all there, you know? So yeah, they tried to bully me. They basically tried to bully me with the, what's it called? With like the account. Like, they tried to sit there and say they own it and all this other stuff that was just nonsense. So yeah. And that other guy never apologized. Like, he said, oh, well, I apologize. That other guy never apologized. That Alex only guy never apologized. He didn't apologize. He meant what he said. He said what he meant. He never reached out to me on social media. He never reached out to me again after that. There was a different guy. I didn't like two of them. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that there was one guy, Alex, reached out to me, and then he got scared. I don't know what happened with him. He decided to run away from that. Never emailed me again. Never reached out. Never did anything. So they're not sorry. They're not sorry. They're just they saw how I bit back. I think they thought that I was gonna back down because they're Nintendo Life and they got 800,000 subs or whatever. I think they thought I was gonna be like, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, like they thought I was gonna back down. I'm like, oh, you mess with the wrong. I'm not the one. You mess with the wrong one, buddy. You know. So I think that's what they thought, because the way that they came at me was unprofessional, in my opinion. Like, you don't come at another content creator that way. You just come at, like, if you don't like what another content creator does, you gotta come at it in a nice way. Like, if you come at it like a douche, I guarantee you every single content creator, unless they're punks or unless they're chickens or sissies, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna cower in fear. But any content creator with any slab of self-respect or pride would not allow you to sit there and say, this is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? I'll let it slide. Like, they will not. No, ain't nobody gonna allow you to email them like that. You don't come at nobody like that. Not a grown man. You talk to a kid like that, yeah, but you don't talk to another grown man like that. You know, so I think it's a little bit part of their work culture there. They talk to each other like that, like when they're upset or when they're mad, and maybe that's why he thinks it's okay, because he's a senior editor at Nintendo Life, so he talks to people underneath him like that. I ain't underneath you, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not underneath you. Like, like, I'm not underneath you. I don't work for you. You don't work for me. We treat each other with mutual respect. I ain't never talked to this guy in my life. You don't ever come to talk to somebody, say, this is unacceptable. Somebody that you ain't never even spoke to? Or I'll let it slide? This man's tripping. He's tripping if you thought that's okay to talk to somebody that way. That's crazy. I ain't never emailed another content creator that way in my life, you know? So, whatever. Yeah, he said now it's right. Also easily proved Nintendo Life were in the wrong, and many on the Spawncast Gene Park made fun of him. Yeah, it's whatever. It's no big deal, you know? It's no big deal. Yeah, it's almost time, man. We getting close. We getting close to it. What's up, Abraham? I got a better channel than Nintendo Life. I don't even post content. Let's see here. Shout outs. Let's go. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to play that. Yo, triple limit break. Let's go. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go. Limit break. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ayo. Shut up, all heart. Yeah, this is gonna be a legendary. What's up, cool guy? This is gonna be a legendary show, man. It's all good though. It's all good. It's like I said, it's no big deal. Like they tried to apologize, or they apologized, but like I said, the apology was fake. They just did it just because, you know, they just did it because it's like, okay, because he's obviously upset, and like I was making videos and streams on it and stuff like that, so yeah. OJ, you should use their video again just to troll. I don't think they'd even respond. If I use their video again just to troll, I don't think they'd even respond. Like they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't do anything. You know, they'd probably just leave it. What's it called? They had another what's it called? That one, Sun Grand Studios or whatever. They used their whole review of Xenoblade with their bespoke content in there. I don't think they said anything to him either. So, but I guess that guy would probably handle it more professionally, at least, than I did. I didn't handle it like as a I did kind of handle it professionally. I didn't make any videos. Never mind, I handled it real professionally. When I emailed them back, I wasn't mad or none. The email, what was the email like? I think my email, yeah, I didn't handle it unprofessionally. Hold up. It was actually pretty like tame. Even though he was kind of out of pocket with what he said, it was actually pretty tame. It was like, what was it like? It was hold up, let me open it up. It was last month. It was like 2 months ago, wasn't it? So let's see here. Yeah, it was tame, bro. Yeah, the email, here's the email. The first email that I got from him says, "Hi. It's been brought to our attention that you used footage from our recent gameplay and comparison videos of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on your channel. We know you've cited us in the middle of the video, but we'd much more appreciate it if you'd reached out to us beforehand and asked for permission to feature it." It wasn't featured, it was just a thing. I don't gotta feature it. "Furthermore, covering up our watermark at the bottom right hand corner is not acceptable." It's like, that's the line. The permission thing is, I don't gotta ask for permission for fair use. You guys don't own it. But that one I'll let slide. But the other one, "Furthermore, covering up our watermark," I'll cover up whatever I want. Who cares? It's a million-year-old game. It don't matter. And then also this line right here. "We're happy to chalk this one up to experience this time." That one was like, okay, so now you're just like, you're like disrespecting me as I've been on this platform since 2010. This channel has been around since 2013. So I'm going on, what is that? That's 13 years. This channel, for 13 years on this channel, this specific, not even just my full YouTube, just this channel by itself for 13 years. So he thinks he's sitting there saying, "Oh, I'll chalk this up to experience." You think I don't know copyright? You think I don't know copyright? So it's like, that right there also struck me like, okay, he's trying to speak down to me. He says, "But in the future, should you wish to use our gameplay, we would ask that you reach out to us and ask permission, credit us appropriately, and do not remove any identifying markers. You can always feel free to drop me an email directly. I'd be happy to consider future requests." I'll say this again to Alex. Kick the biggest rock that you can ever find. Kick it. And I hope you stub your toe while you're at it too. This whole email is trash. I'm not emailing some bloke in the UK if I want to use fair use for footage for a video of mine. You're not my editor. You're not my boss. You can go kick a rock. Kick the biggest rock you can find. This email was garbage. So yeah, he's a senior video producer editor. So he thinks he can speak to me like he speaks to his underlings, because he's been at Nintendo Life for a decade. So he thinks he can speak to me that way. You can't. I'm not an employee at Nintendo Life. You can't speak to me this way. I would never speak to you or address you in an email this way. So that's the issue that I had. That was the email. So So I responded, and my response was this: "Hi Alex, anything I used was cited and even said it was from Nintendo Live. This is definitely fair use and legally don't need permission to use gameplay footage from an IP you guys don't own. I never claimed it was my own footage, and I mixed it in plus had my own commentary as transformative. I honestly don't need your permission, and I'm a little shocked as a fellow creator you would be emailing me like this about it. You guys don't own Xenoblade X, and the video was transformative, and I mixed in other footage. Spend your time going after people who don't credit you guys and rip your whole video. The covering of the watermark was so people know what version it is. Not intentional, but once again, I'm kind of shocked you're emailing me considering I sourced you guys in the video, verbally said it, and the video is transformative. Please understand fair use. Best." I thought it was going to be done. I thought it was done. But so that's when somebody else comes in, Darren comes in, and says, "Firstly," he says, "hello. Firstly, thanks for the reply. We appreciate you putting text credit." And then so somebody else came in. I don't want to go over the whole thing again, but then somebody else, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And then we had a long email chain, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, like many emails. Eventually, he kind of eased up and was like, "Hey, I'd like to speak with you, you know, blah, blah, blah." And I said, yeah, maybe at first. But then after a minute, I'm like, man, I ain't speaking with these guys. These guys are trash. Like, you know, so I just said, screw it. I ain't speaking with none of y'all. I might eventually if they feel like it, but I don't think so. Let's see here. 777 with the $7.77 says, "Get ready for the Switch 2 Direct. Also, what time are you streaming tomorrow? Super Mario RPG rap song." I'm streaming. I don't know if I can play the rap song. Super Mario. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I know what song you're talking about. Super Mario RPG. I know what song you're talking about. The Forest Maze. The rawest forest. Yeah, you're talking about that one. I'll be streaming probably like around maybe 1 a.m. PT, 4 a.m. Eastern. So probably like around that time. We'll have some, you know, hype and some stuff that we're going to be doing. So yeah. It's good. Thank you for the support though. Shout outs. But yeah, I thought it was a good response at first. I don't think I was super unprofessional or anything. So you won't be going to Nintendo Live site for Nintendo Switch 2 coverage? No, probably not. I don't go to their site. I don't use their stuff anymore. I don't subscribe to their channel. I'm done. That was such a bad experience. I'm like, I'm good. You know, I'm good. Shout outs to hold up, this Rawest Forest. Was it really 10 years ago for the Rawest Forest? 2014? I thought it was long. It felt longer than that for Rawest Forest. I thought it was like early 2000s. Now, shout outs to the Rawest Forest. Firstly, did they use the words kindly too? Man, whatever, bro. I'm good. Super Mario RPG. It's a great game. The remake, baby. Laggy. You got some lag. Man, that's crazy that it's lagging because on my stream it don't tell me that it's lagging. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's lagging. Stream lagging. Yeah, the stream's about done anyway. So if it's not lagging for you, let me know in the chat if it's not lagging for you, so I know who's lagging and what's not. But yeah, I don't see any lag. On mine, it says the stream's running good. I don't see any performance notifications. Let me double check on this thing. Oh yeah, it's definitely like there's not enough video for a smooth feed, buffering. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I gotta make sure it doesn't lag during tomorrow's. I'll probably power cycle, and I'll try again. Lag for a brief moment. Yeah. Super Mario RPG. As per email. Nah, no hate towards them, man. If you like their channel, whatever, it's all. Well, no hate towards them. I don't care. I'll just let you guys know what happened, like the situation between us. So that was that. it is what it is. But yeah, I'll be up tomorrow morning super early, getting ready for the stream. I'll probably have a solid time for you guys. Like, I'll probably have a solid time for you guys tonight. Like, it'll pop up in your notification. You guys might be asleep, but if you click the notification bell and make sure that you get notifications, like, for sure, I promise you guys it should get into your account. Or if you follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, it'll be there as well. It'll be there on Twitter too. So yeah. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much to everybody that came out to today's stream, man. Seriously, thank you guys so much. For everybody that came out, you guys have been awesome. Seriously, we've had so much fun. It's been a great experience overall, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this for the Switch 2 Direct, man. I can't wait for it. So thank you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much for everything. Hit that like button before you go. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming, or that we finished streaming, but also to watch the replay too. So the replay will be up. And I do want to direct you guys to the attention of my video that I did earlier today, talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and how it's going to be this is going to be incredible for it with the treehouse and other stuff. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. Go watch it. Thank you so much for the donos today, my man. CyberTaurus, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the big donos. Shout outs to everybody that dropped love. All the Elite Ninjas, Deported, Benz, Super Christian Mewirl, thank you guys. Jump City, Pro Joe, thank you guys. Shot X, thank you for the big 20. Once again, Deported, Nady Nay, Kevin, Evan Sent Gaming, Chartard, Roggy Froggy. Let's go. Big love, guys. Arkham's Grim, Aries EMS, Travarius, Deported, Steam Deck Lex. Let's go. Tat, Roggy once again, J2 Blue with the big JoJo starting out. Justin and Kaylin, big love. Game Vibe, Chris the Shriner Dog, Nady Nay. Appreciate all you guys, man. Love y'all so much. Once again, we'll be back. I'll probably put up, like, I think something probably soon about when I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna try to go live by like 1 a.m. my time. Maybe 1 a.m. Maybe it'll be before that, but like 1 a.m. I'm gonna try to drop some stuff that we can do too, like some different like events and, you know, things that we can do, like trivia or maybe even other things like that, like where we go over stuff. So tier list, maybe like a whole tier list type of thing. We can do tier lists for like an hour. We can like split it up by hour. So we'll figure that out. But all right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all so much. Good night. And yeah, go watch my video. If you haven't seen it, go watch my video. If you haven't seen it, it's an awesome video where I go over the hype when it comes to different type of stuff. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys for the next one. All right, peace out, homies. Love y'all. And also, Combo Breaker, we're going further beyond.